We're back.
And we're back here at Talladega. I had a little bit of a technical issue, I guess you could say. But back here with the Brickyard 275. And, we might be a little bit late, but hey, we still got another 100 laps here, folks. So we got plenty of time to try to get this bad boy in. A little bit that you might have missed, just a little bit. Chris Blanchard shuffled to the back, went back there with his teammates with Up Front Motorsports, wanting to try to stay out of some chaos. Tristan Bruce thinking different in that number 3, Dean. He's up here. He's leading this bad boy. He's got Isaac Bevan right on his tailgate.
We've got a whole bunch of drivers in the pit road as well, too, so apologies about that one. My internet provider had warned me in advance so that they are doing technical repairs today. It is a Saturday in Australia, so that's the reason why it's cutting in and out. Hopefully we get it right in 2025. I know that we are streaming in 2K. We are going to stream in 2K when my internet provider gets it done. Trisha Bruce in the lead from Isaac Bevan. Now, Jacob.
Absolutely. And one thing about this as well, we do want to mention, granted, we are looking at the points and everything the way that they are, Dean, but there's another little battle going on right now, and that's the Starbase 1552 Comics Superspeedway award. And right now it's going between 2 guys right now, Dean. It's down to 2 guys. We'll talk about that in a second. Hell, they just straight up just told me to shut up about that. Let's go ahead and watch them driving the pit road. Got to be careful going down this pit road. Don't want to speed 55 miles an hour. We talked about it a while ago, Dean, how fast these guys are here at Talladega. And, just going 190 miles an hour down to 55 miles an hour, that's something that's literally something to talk about right there. Broadfoot going in, Tristan Bruce going in, all these boys right here jumping in, just getting a splash of fuel, enough to make it to the end of stage number 1. And then at that point, it's game on after that.
And give you the stage information as well. There it is, stage 30. We will get a caution flag at stage 65. We'll stage green. And then we'll scoot on down to 103rd to wrap off the first race of the Consensus Police Survivors of the year, my friend, as they're going to come back at Ed Osborne, Jeff Merck, Chris Blanchard, Brian Chew, and a few of the drivers will go past them, Jacob, at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I got a feeling that might be why Chris Blanchard and them was back there at the back. Why? Because they went ahead, they pitted for everybody else and got the jump on them. Jeff Merck, he's going to jump all the way to the front of this line. Here goes Blanchard right behind him. Chew tries to jump down. Here comes Toddy Horse. Andrew Harris in the 85 all the way up on the top side. Gregory getting him in the tailgate. Here comes Newton working with Tiny Horse. They're all working together over there with Blue Line Racing. Justin White's trying to get up there and give a tag and jumping up there as well. Dean, I'll tell you, we might have had the technical issues. All hell might have broke loose right at the start of it, but we got back at the appropriate time.
Yeah, we have 3 wide at Talladega, which is what you want. 4 wide, I want as well too there, Jacob. But I don't think they're going to risk it for the biscuit just yet. We've got a couple more laps to go before we go through those stage breaks. But here we go. Ryan Johnson, the Tiny Horse, in the lead, just with a neck ahead there of Adam Merck and Adam Newton, 2 car lengths down the road there. I was thinking it's a horse race there, Jacob. 2 car lengths down the road from Ryan Johnson in the lead.
Absolutely. And, one thing, I was talking about it just a second ago, if they will actually calm down and give me a minute to actually talk about it, Dean, is that, Hunt Wigginton and Matthew Montgomery are in that Starbase 1552 Comics Superspeedway Award, which is given out to whichever one of them can finish ahead of the other one, literally. Literally from, Dean, I can't remember how many of them actually started it, but it came down to Montgomery and Hunt Wigginton. Both of them is just trying to beat the other driver. It's kind of like, what you're going to see here in 2 weeks when we go to Charlotte for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series Championship. And right now, Hunt Wigginton is not in position to win that bad boy. He's currently sitting in the 29th or 29th spot. Montgomery's sitting in 21st. So that's something we're really going to have to be watching out for. As we got 2 races basically going on here. One for the win of the race and try to lock themselves in to the championship 6. Then you got the Starbase 1552 Comics Super Speedway Award. You got so many awards going on. Dean, honestly, somebody that's been drinking whiskey all day probably couldn't even keep up with all that.
You are confusing me alone there, Jacob. I'm trying to keep my head around what you just mentioned, all these different awards and stuff like that. I can tell you one thing at the moment. We have the Elite 10. And MDW's got that little padlock next to his name because he's through to the next round of the C.O.P.S playoffs there. There it is, MDW, the Championship 6. But these other drivers at the moment that you saw there, as well as the drivers in the grey and in the red, are the ones that are battling it out here for the championship as we're getting closer and closer to the finals coming up.
Yeah, we still got plenty of time to see what's going to happen. And obviously in 2 weeks, we're going to crown a champion. But first, we got to make it there and try to get there anyway as need be on that. Riding on board with Adam Newton right here. There you see the Merce Magical Creations. Toyota number 19. Shooting it right up the middle. And, Dean, a lot of fans, as we're actually seeing Jeff Merton jump up and try to block this outside lane, he's going to get a kick in the tailgate and open the door for Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson down on the inside of battling for the lead. Newton and all of them over at Blue Line Racing have made it known that Adam Newton will not return to Blue Line Racing next season. He's going back to swim. He's going back home where he was, before he come over with Blue Line Racing, had one race or one season run with them. And, it's nothing bad. It's nothing against Hunt Wington or any of those guys, what he's got going on. It's just he came over to help out. He got some wins for Blue Line Racing, helped them out as best as he could. But now he's ready to move on to bigger and better things and go back home where he is. And one thing about it, he's got to watch it. He's got to watch all four corners of that truck right now. Blind spots, whatever. Holden McGill missed out last week. Caution is out. What has happened? Was there a wreck? Yes, there was. Got one sliding around back here. That was Keith Haiti in the 87. Might have got turned going through the tri-oval. So caution is out on the racetrack. We'll see kind of what happens right here to Mr. Haney in the 87 on the Sports Poppers Instant Replay. Check him out right here going through. Oh, this kicks up top. Wow, that was Cherry that got tagged and got spun around. They could actually got tagged from his teammate right there, Dustin Scruggs, in the number 11. Just a bad bump draft gone wrong. Dane hits him right there on the right side. And hell of a save, honestly, because, he was heading straight for the outside wall right there. He was able to save it, cut it back down. Haiti goes through the grass. Scruggs is the only one that gets any damage out of it. And then Cherry goes spinning through the grass. Whew, boy, what a ride right there for that 45.
It's a bit of a ride there. We managed to get it eventually, of course. Under our first caution, Jacob, I think it's time to pay our sponsors as well, too, for the first time this season here. Presented by the Brickyard at Talladega. We'll be back after short commercial breaks.
Yeah. Folks, we're back here at Talladega. There you saw it right there. Premier Racing Setups. You need one? You know where to go. PremierRacingSetups.com. And folks, a new code. Hopefully I don't get fired for this right here, but if you enter the code JAKE57, literally JAKE57, JAKE 57, believe it or not, you will also get 15% off your entire order. And also, the other, 15% gets kicked back to me, which is kind of ironic. And also, if you still want to use the code of Nazra, you're more than welcome to do that one as well. I'm paid to say that, Dean. I have to say that. So, if you want the setups that the Redneck Announcer races, go check them out, PremierRacingSetups.com. Under caution for the very first time. You're on lap 20 going to 30, and then we'll have a caution as well. There you see right there, Dean, the Elite 10, what we got going on. Holden McGill up here leading the race. Kind of in a Dale Jr. kind of scenario, I guess you could say. I look back at it from 2015 when Jr. had to win and get in, was not able to do it. McGill necessarily doesn't have to win. He just needs to get him a whole lot of stage points, get himself in there and get him in a good spot. On the other end of the spectrum, Dean, there's been people that's talked about it all week. The MDW Tiny Horse move that happened at Dover, was it fair? Was it not? Was it fair? Was it not? I haven't actually had my official take on DVD, but you can literally look down all the way down that list of the Elite 10 and just stories after stories of all 10 of those drivers that has made it this far.
I didn't think too much of the beef myself on that one, but yeah, you heard it. Like, a few of the drivers are getting a little bit emotional. They are going to go one more to go, of course, in our Stage 2. Stage 1, currently at the moment. Stage 2 is presented by the Glass Mechanic. We won't get to the Glass Mechanic just yet. Stage 1 will go to lap 30. As you said, Jacob, yeah, a little bit of, I wouldn't say beef, of course, but a little bit of frustration with a couple of those drivers. But hey, it is what it is. Those are the races that you have. But of course, the championship isn't lost during that scenario. It's just a little bit of a decider between who goes through. But once again, Jacob, going back to that situation, you know, we've still, Ryan Johnson's still got a very good chance here to get himself through. He's got a lot of points up his sleeve going into this one. It's more about Holden McGill that you mentioned here. He needs it. T. Bruce as well. Look at T. Bruce at the top and Fast 14. He had a lock in there. He was going all fantastic, and now he's on the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, that's the craziest thing that you can see right there. I mean, you got T. Bruce that's been literally kicking everybody's tail, you know, for a good portion of the season. Got one of the most wins, or one of the most winningest drivers this season, I should say, sitting there at 8 points or below the cut line. You got Tiny Horse, who was just so close from making it. He's 30 points above the cut line. Then you got Holden McGill, who, granted, was a little bit of speculation. Granted, you know, we raced the week of Christmas, and McGill, I'll be honest with you, I talked to him before the race. He was one of those drivers that was very vocal, Dean, about, I don't think that we should race the week of Christmas. He was one of those drivers, like, I'm not going to be here. I'm literally not going to be able to be at home and be in my rig. And it cost him 30 points. So now he's got to kind of, bite the bullet, and he's got to try to rock and roll here tonight at Talladega and put himself in position to try to get up here, get him a win, lock him in, or at least get some points. From what he said, he feels very comfortable going to Nashville Superspeedway, which is where we're going to be next week. I believe it's the Superspeedway or the Fairgrounds, one of them. But we'll be at one of those tracks next week. Matter of fact, looking at it right now, nope, it's the Fairgrounds, so that's going to be even more interesting. Go from a super speedway to a short track. You can't even make this up, folks. Here we go. Holden McGill, Ryan Johnson, Tiny Horse, that's the front row. Jeff Burke, Andrew Harris, and Adam Newton, the top five. The Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. We only got a handful of laps left to go here in stage number one. Shout out to all of you out there in the live chat. Let us know how that Christmas was, how that New Year's is going. Just let us know that you're not in the Hooskow. You did not go to the Hooskow. McGill leads with Merck all over his tailgate coming off turn two.
Yeah, I got myself an ultra wide with the blacks that look very, very black and all that too. It's wide at the moment, so we can have more data for everybody for the streaming, which is fantastic. Who's getting left for dry in the middle of that 38? That's Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson left for absolute nobody. Wanted to give the Tiny Horse a little bit of a push, and Holden McGill will be in the lead of this one. Andrew Harris, Jeff Merck next to him.
Yeah, they hung him out like a red-headed stepchild right there. I mean, literally, he was all by himself. Nobody wanted anything to do with Tiny Horse. Now he's got to have somewhat of an affiliate, I guess you could say, in the form of the Silent Assassin. That's what they call him over there with Blue Line Racing with Devin Painter right up his tailgate. Now up front, McGill up here trying to get him a win, lock himself in, and Andrew Harris, who races on the Monday Night Series with the DSR Electric Truck Series, getting him a trunk full of Stephen Gregory all over his tailgate, gives him a huge shot. Here comes Bruce. Now they're all three going to try to get a run. Harris is going to get cleared, jump down to the bottom side. Now Gregory, Bruce, and Jurassic. They're going to lead on that outside lane, but Harris trying to get clear. And now here comes McGill. He may try to look to the outside.
He's going to try something at the moment just to get ahead there. But Andrew Harris doing a fantastic job for the 85 machine. Got his neck out there. 18 positions gained. Holden McGill started in P2, currently running in P2. And Gregory and Jeff Merck lurking behind there. Also, big gains between those drivers.
Yeah, big gains between those drivers, folks. This right here, literally, this is some literally cold beer drinking action right here at Talladega, which is where you usually get when you go to Talladega. Check them out. Harris, he is clear. McGill is clear. Will McGill jump up? Yes, sir, he will. Jumps right up in front of Gregory. Gregory may have had to lift just a little bit and make sure that he didn't completely just straight up tear him apart. And look who's on that outside. They hung him out. Painter decided to go with him. Now he's going to tell every single one of them to stick it. Here comes Tiny Horse. Ryan Johnson on the outside with Painter in tow. Here comes Keith Bradley with him as well. Schumann trying to line up as well. Oh, baby, I'm telling you, this is getting good right here coming to the end with 5 to go right here in stage 1.
Yeah, you can't leave the pony out by himself there. He's going to fight his way back, and he certainly is at the moment. He elected to go down the middle, and nobody helped him out. He says, all right, I'll take the high line, guys, and I'm going to scoot on by there, Jacob. But at least he's going to try the best as he can as Jeff Merck has the lead there. Let's check in on Jeff Merck Cam there. Hello, Dawn, if you're out there, and Happy New Year to you as well.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to each and every one of you there. You see Jeff Merck right now in sole position of the lead. He's got Harris right up his tailgate. And watch those eyes. I mean, really just being calm right here, Dean. I mean, literally, he looks calm. He's not calm. He is just hoping right now. I mean, literally, you're going 190 miles an hour. Granted, folks, yes, this is a simulator. It is not real. To some people, it is real, but this is a simulator. But still, it literally simulates that you are going 190 miles an hour with somebody straight up your tailgate, can turn you left, right, wherever. I mean, they can turn you upside down, Dean. I mean, they can do anything at that point. As, it's still got to get to your nerves a little bit. I guess kind of mess you up a little bit. And check it out right here. Bruce, Tiny Horse, found him a partner. Guess who? Tiny Horse. That's going to get it interesting. A little bump draft right there. Now Martin jumps up 3 wide, coming off 4, hitting the tri-oval. You got Harris on the bottom. You got Merck in the middle. And you got Bruce up top. Tiny Horse, McGill, and Newton follow. This is why we love Talladega, Dean.
Oh, we love Dega, my friend. 3 to go now, and they're switcherooing a little bit. Jeff Merck goes into the middle at the moment. There's Tristan Bruce. He says, I may be on the cut line here of the playoffs, but I'm certainly not at the back of the field. He is right at the front, right where you need to be. Keep an eye on the Tiny Horse. Holden McGill, he was up there leading them for a little bit. He's also thinking, I need some crucial stage points at there. Sharon Bruce, good to see you tuning in. Happy New Year to yourself there. Maybe you'll give you a little bit of a fan boost to get Tristan Bruce into stage 1 victory. 3 to go.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out as McGill actually straight up kicks McGill straight to the top side, hangs him out to dry. Now, here comes Merck. Look at the trucks. Look at everybody in just 3 wide formation, scattered all the way out through the field. Some drivers that is in the playoffs may have said, nope, I don't want none of. Look at that. Boy, that's what I'm talking about, seeing them fly by that fast at 190 miles an hour. That'll straight up blow your mind. Now check out the man up on the top side, the 6 truck. That was Jordan Jurassic. He's trying to roll up here. He will be the beer buddy this week. I'm actually going to talk to him after the show. So he's going to be the beer buddy on the door breaking download this week. Now check it out. Little run outside. Here comes Bruce. Here comes Tiny Horse. Mark jumps up, blocks McGill. That may end up costing him sooner or later, Dean, as they're coming back for the white flag here in stage number 1.
Andrew Harris will be down the inside, Adrian. Keep an eye on that 85 machine. He's fighting it out there tooth and nail with Jeff Merck, Holden McGill. And as you saw there, Tristan Bruce up the outside. He's not going to get enough push. If he does need a push, he needs a miracle right now. Last lap of stage 1.
Last lap of stage 1. We'll see how this works out. Remember, folks, going to lap 30. Actually, excuse me, this is actually going to be 2 to go right here, Dean. So this is 2 laps to go before we get to the end of stage 1. It will end at the end of lap 30. Hell, it might end right now. One of them up into the fence. Here we go, Merck. He has got the lead, blocking that middle lane, jumps down. He's going to block Harris. Now here comes McGill. McGill getting a shot from Jordan Jurassic. Tristan Bruce, he's going to try to find a hole as well. There you see Chris Blanchard. He may get up here and help his Up Front Motorsports teammate rock and roll up here. But don't look now. Here comes Holden McGill, 30 points out, Dean. He is trying to get him all that he can get, all the points he can get. He feels like this is a make-or-break race right here.
He needs a nose. He needs a nose. You can see it's 30 of 30, so this will be the final lap on the stage break. And there it is. There's Merck moving to another lane as well now. Will they give him enough? There's another push for the 19 and the 85. Come on, Harris is going for the 19. Merck is doing everything he can. Nose to nose. Here we go, Jacob, down the backstretch.
Nose to nose, Andrew Harris, one of them that made it all the way to the Championship 6 in the DSR Electric Truck Series. Past champion, for season 7. Jeff Merck up here battling it out. McGill giving him all that he can handle. 2 wide, literally all the way through the field. Who's going to step out? Merck gets tagged in the tailgate. He's going to get hung out to dry. Here comes McGill with a shot from Jordan Jurassic and Holden. McGill will win stage number 1. However you want to look at it on the move right there. Maybe it was just a bad bump draft gone wrong. I'm sure that's what he's going to say, and it really did look like it, Dean. But Holden McGill gets stage 1, gets the points that he needs. Jordan Jurassic also in the playoffs. He's going to come home in the 2nd spot of that stage. Andrew Harris, Chris Blanchard, Adam Newton, the top 5. Adam Newton actually won here at Talladega earlier on this season, the first way to get him into the playoffs. So pretty interesting little top 5 that we've seen right there. Matter of fact, Jeff Merck actually did get stage points. Led coming in the last lap. He ends up finishing 10th coming to the line.
That was absolutely fantastic racing. That's pure Dega racing at its finest, isn't it, Jacob? Could have gone to anybody, a little bit of moving, a little bit of argy-bargy and shuffling around there. At the end of the day, Holden McGill says thank you very much. Once again, he needs it. He's got that red next to his name. We've seen that before in the playoffs, as you currently see at the moment. He's on the bubble, and this is a huge boost to him. You can pretty much take a chunk of that negative 30 and put that more even into the positive column, Jacob. But either way, it's looking good. Stage 1 victory goes to Holden McGill.
Absolutely, and pit road will open this time around. And you see right there the tire sets that they got, Dean. Unless they burn any up by spinning or, sliding the tires, however you want to look at it, odds are they're not going to burn any tire sets right here. Because Talladega, you really don't have any tire wear. You never really use it unless, like I said, you lock the tires up trying to miss a wreck or something. You might flat spot the tires, and that'd be the only time that you would actually take tires. So odds are I see everybody probably going to go down, fill it all the way up. They're going to gas up, and they're going to take off. Watch McGill. Actually, he's going with right side tires right here. And, Dean, this could be one of those times where, granted, this is a caution. This is a caution right here. Perfect time. Thank you very much for that sound effect right there, Dean. But, this could be a perfect time to go ahead and take 4 tires and fill it up, because you don't want to take 4 tires when you're under caution, or when you're under green. You don't want to end up running into that issue. Folks, tell you what, we're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be right back with your stage 1 winner, Holden McGill. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here live at Talladega, the virtual Talladega, on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega Superspeedway for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series playoffs, right smack dab in the middle of the Elite 10. We got Holden McGill, stage 1 winner, in the house. Holden, honestly, awesome move. I got to be honest with you. Coming off turn 4, we were talking a little bit about it before we went live. What was the game plan out of that whole strategy? Did you move him? Have we got beef? Possibly right here. Is Merck gonna have beef with you?
I'm being told I moved him. I didn't mean to. If it happened, I was just trying to push him like hell to get to the line as the best position I could. And I figured that's what he would want. So if I messed up and got him loose, I'm just glad I didn't wreck him.
And Holden, I talked about it a little bit a while ago, about the the pre-race interview more or less that we had and everything else. And then you come in here tonight. Obviously, you wanted to be here last week. You wasn't here. Then you come out here, and then basically you just say, you know what? Screw everything else. I'm coming all the way to the front. I'm getting as many points as I can get. You end up winning stage 1. Does that give you a little bit more confidence here in this race to maybe try some different things? Maybe, I mean, what's basically the strat? Well, you ain't gonna tell us the strategy, but does it give you more confidence here in this race?
It gives me, I feel like a little bit of room to breathe because I'm got a good stage point haul. If I just get a couple more in the second stage, that kind of helps me get into that 30 points that I need. I probably need to help Jeff a little more than I normally do. Just I owe him one now, so might try to help him a little bit here and there. Just try to settle the beef before we really have any. But we'll see how that happens.
Oh wow. You may have to key up that little we got beef thing here in a minute, Dean. You may have to call that one out or whatever, that little graphic. Well, Holden, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that stage 1 win, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon, buddy.
Thanks, fellas. We'll see.
I might have cut him off a little bit too quick right there, Dean. I did cut him off. Sorry about that one, folks. I cut him off a little bit too quick, but I wanted to make sure that he got in there, got with his teammates, got ready, because we're getting ready for a restart. Dean, that is not the We Got Beef I was talking about, not the sound, but it's the other one. You know exactly where I'm going with it. It's stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Baby, we're rocking and rolling. We're green flag once again, where we're getting ready to possibly go 3 wide, 4 wide again. Big stack up. Whoa, Blanchard tried to jump down. He jumped down too late and almost turned himself. McGill, There goes McGill, head on into the wall. Newton gets tagged. Caution is going to be out as everybody scatters coming off turn 2. Everybody trying to get around. Justin White gets involved. Another truck, Cody Knott, gets involved as well. Big crash with Holden McGill in the 12. Just got through talking to him, and now he is going to be in a hole big time right here, Dean.
There's Justin White as well, too. That's the after of him. Does that face probably calls it all, doesn't it? As we go back and have a look at the Pops action replay on what happened after our first stage break run, Jacob, stage 2. And this is where it all goes a little bit pear-shaped for some of the drivers. Let's have a look around here.
Yeah, I mean,
White. Yeah.
And I will say that, I mean, oh boy, if everybody's ever listened to the Door Banging Download, they're going to know exactly where I'm going with this. You see Andrew Harris right there in the middle lane with Adam Newton up on the top side. It was very, very tight right there, how that was. But Dean, from what it looked like to me, I could be wrong here, but it looks like, I mean, honestly, it looks like Harris comes up just a little bit right there, gets into the left rear. Newton ends up coming down. Domino effect gets into Holden McGill, sends McGill straight up into the outside retaining wall. Newton doesn't get a whole bad deal out of it, but McGill, unfortunately, he is out. He has a meatball flag, which means that there is required repairs on that number 12, and he has to tow to get back. Justin White as well, he gets involved in this one as well. Wow, 2 drivers right there that, I mean, was looking to have pretty decent nights here tonight, Dean. And, then you see Cody Knott come in here. He gets involved right here with Justin White. I mean, just, damn, Dean. I mean, just a lot happened right there. We thought everything was just going to be calm, cool, collected, and sure enough, it wasn't.
Justin White almost went straight. He went straight. I'll give him that one. He had to go straight to see if he go through that. It's a very unfortunate for him. And
there's where he gets the meatball. There's is right there. I believe that's when it was. Yes. When Cody Knott comes in, I believe it was Cody Knott that drove in and got into his front bumper, or more or less took the whole grill off the truck pretty much, if you want to look at it like that. But unfortunate to see that for those drivers, especially for Holden McGill, who's wanting to try to make it. He's doing all he can, Dean. He's trying to get there. He's trying. He got stage 1, and now, unfortunately, looks like he's going to be in a serious hole now, and this is not what he really wanted here tonight. Looks like he's going to be on pit road trying to get some damage fixed. CMDW, all these other drivers coming by as well. And
we haven't heard from MDW, do we? But we know that MDW, he doesn't need to win the race. This is the thing about MDW. He's got no pressure on his shoulders because of the fact that we mentioned. He's got the padlock next to his name. I'll also show that up, of course, for our C.O.P.S Elite 10, the Concerns of Police Survivors. And he's got the padlock, so he's fine. He doesn't need, there's no pressure for MDW, although the good thing about MDW is what he can do is he can apply pressure to the others by stealing this race win and not allowing anybody else to have a padlock, so that they have to all scrabble for any possible points to get themselves through to the Championship 6, which he's already in. I mean, you can spoil you can be a party pooper, put it that way there, Jacob, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you really could. And one of those names that you see right there on the left side of your screen, I have to mention this guy's name, but Matt Cherry in the 45. Remember, he spun. He spun right there in stage 1, got tagged by Scruggs, and got sent around. And believe it or not, Cherry actually come back, and he finished in the top 10 in stage number 1. So Cherry's one of those guys, I mean, literally, Dean, that's right there in that Elite 10 that we haven't really said a whole lot about for Matt Cherry. He's currently in right now as far as the points goes there. You see the number 45, the one that got kicked sideways, went through the grass, all that cool stuff. He's currently sitting back here in 30th. He elected to go in and get fuel right here. We'll see if he elects to do it again, but he does not. But he is a sleeper, in my opinion. At least and I might get some heat out there in the, in the whole live chat or whatever. I might get some heat, or beef, or however you want to look at it. But I believe that he is a sleeper to be here in this, or to make it all the way into the Championship 6.
Yeah, absolutely. You are correct. I've got a couple of driver cams which I'd like to share, and drivers, I have to tell you again, you turn up a day late, $1 short, you're not getting your driver cam on there, because I don't exactly have the time, well, especially too when my good old internet decides to do its little testing, whatever it was today. There is Jordan Jurassic. G'day, Jordan. Still got the Christmas lights up, mate. It's a New Year's. Well, it doesn't matter. I like the little scenario there. Jurassic, if I get it corrected there, Jacob. I know you guys are doing it there for the last time, for the last event that we had in 2024. Can you believe a new year? We're almost slap bag week into January already. And don't forget, Jacob, but don't forget that we got the big one coming up, right? The 500. And there it is, Jacob.
Yeah, we're really Dean, real quick, I get it. NASRA 500, I'm all for it. February 8, 2025. Get everything lined up. Make sure that you get yourself in gear. Promo right here, matter of fact, for you right here. Will you be there? And that's the main thing. Will you be there for the biggest event of the year? It's going to be a big, big night. There you see it, all the cool graphics and everything. I mean, it's going to be a next-gen race. Got to go through the heat races, all the cool stuff. It's going to be interesting. You see all that. I mean, literally, that's one thing that you could end up in right there. I mean, Rex, I mean, you name it at this point. But, folks, are you signed up? Make sure that you sign up. Go over and check out at NASRA Racing on Facebook. Make sure you get signed up. If you're one of the NASRA drivers, original drivers, make sure that you signed up. Let's get some people out there and see what happens. Dean, did you really just have beef right here in the middle of all that right there with drivers that did not have their driver cams?
I did that?
I did
yes,
it.
I did it there, Jacob, but it's not the issue of beef. I'm waiting for it. I got some graphics for you, beefy, my friend.
I was waiting on that when you did that. Matter of fact, I was literally waiting on that, but it did not happen. But here we go. Brian Shue. How about this right here? Brian Shue up here, starting 12th, up here sitting in first. Tristan Bruce, Chris Blanchard up here. Jurassic, talked about him, beer buddy, right after this show, or right after this race, I should say. How about Jose Luis Rivera in the 20? Ole, however you want to look at it, he's up here sitting in the 5th spot, up 21 spots. He's trying to rock and roll, and he's got Tristan Bruce right in front of him. They're trying to make a run on the outside.
We got to give it to Chris Blanchard as well, too. He got himself out of that little red zone and into the white zone. Of course, it sounds like the red parking and the white parking, isn't it, in the airplane movie? But he's got himself where he needs to be, of course, to get some more points. So good on Chris Blanchard. You can see his name will come up there in a second. There it is. So, of course, you're not 100% safe until you get yourself a nice little padlock like MDW.
Absolutely, and a lot of drivers up here inside that top 10 trying to get that padlock you're talking about. Tristan Bruce is one of them. Also, Chris Blanchard, one of them. Jordan Jurassic, one of them. Keith Haney, also one of them. There you see him right there, currently sitting right behind Jordan Jurassic as far as the points goes. A couple of other drivers as well up here in this. Ryan Johnson, he'd love to get his padlock, however you want to look at it. And also, don't forget about the Starbase 1552 Comics Super Speedway Award, I should say. Pretty cool little battle going on. If you actually go back and look where Hunt Wigginton is and Matthew Montgomery, both of them literally riding right beside one another. There is Montgomery that you see right there on your screen in the yellow truck. And just a couple up right there, there's the 00. That's how close all that is going on. So, I mean, so many races going on at one time right here, Dean. It's unbelievable.
MDW's back there with them as well, too. Can you believe it? MDW and... whoa! There's a car flipping there, Jacob. That's a 61 in the air. That's Stephen Gregory. Huge.
Oh, my goodness. Stephen Gregory up in the air. Caution is out. Flips over on his lid after contact. And we'll see who got him in the left rear. Looked like the 4 of Joshua Rodriguez, but Stephen Gregory gets a wild ride down the backstretch. Once again, that is how it goes here at Talladega. I just see it out there on the live chat. I just now saw it. Mark Morton out there. Way to go, Jacob. I guess he's talking about the Holden McGill deal where I jinxed him. But check it out. There's Gregory. Gets tagged by Josh Rodriguez right there in the 4. And then, bam, hole back in, comes up. Roof flaps does not deploy in time. And whoo, straight up in the air. But here's the thing, Dane. He didn't barrel roll, which could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, it really could have. Barrel roll, and it could have been a whole lot worse. He just got it. He got tagged right here. You see it right there. Rodriguez comes up, gets into Gregory, sends him up. That could have been a whole lot worse than what it looks like right there.
I don't think there's much damage also on the truck, and it's okay. You got Blanchard's towing recovery if you need it. Oh, worst case scenario, there's Stephen Gregory. But yeah, you're right there, Jacob. Looked okay, actually. Just a little half flip and back into it. And let's see how that's going to pan out for the Stephen Gregory. Scary moment. And you're right about that, just to collaborate there, Jacob. Even iRacing's come officially announced that there and said, look, we are not a game. This is a simulator. That's also to let everybody out there know, if your wives and your girlfriends, stuff like that, when you're investing thousands of dollars, you're investing into a sim, not into a game. And they go, you're playing that game again? No, I'm playing that simulator again. A real racing simulator.
Yeah, it's cheaper than real racing, too.
Yeah, it's safer as well, too, when you had scary moments like that, as we're seeing drivers head back into pit road.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that that's going to end up putting you in the hospital is if it just straight up just quite frankly, it just scares the hell out of you. That's the only way that it's really going to make you end up going to the hospital. That's the only way that it's going to really happen. Everybody, every single driver coming down pit road. Tristan Bruce, one of them that's going to come down. Chris Blanchard, a lot of these drivers coming down as well. Your pole setter, Joshua Rodriguez, got involved in that. We'll see what happens as far as EOL penalties. Remember, Dean, to see this every single race. Dressing kind of getting crazy. One of them. That was one of the drivers, I'm sure. But anyway, we used to see drivers get busted for EOLs in the middle of the race. Now they don't do that anymore. Nobody does that. I mean, they don't do that anymore. Now they wait until the end of the race and then they bust them, Dean. That's going to be something I'm going to ask Jordan Jurassic on the podcast later on this evening. Do you agree with that, or do you think that is a bad deal, I guess you could say?
Live stewarding is also a good thing if you can do it like immediately and catch somebody on it, because sometimes penalising somebody at the end of the race you can't change the outcome of the race by penalising them later. It can be beneficial to be penalised after the race than it is earlier. But then I'm just used to road courses on that, because generally what they'll do is that they'll slap in, like in Formula 1, they slap a 10-second penalty, or they might do it towards the end of a race, or they slap a let's say qualifying ban on the next race. Of course, qualifying is not so important when it comes to ovals. I don't know, there's a lot at it. I think you guys out there all know a lot better than me, but we've got to trust the NASRA gods that they're going to do the right thing at the right time, Jacob, and make it as fair as possible for everybody.
I agree with you 100% on that one, and I've had my statement on it as well, and I agree with you 100%. I agree with a lot of you out there probably in the live chat that are talking about it as well. Matter of fact, Joshua Suss, hello from Disney World.
Yeah, hello,
Dude,
Joshua.
when you're born in Disney World.
He's rolling
in
roller
January,
coasters
well,
while he's
might be warm
watching
down
while he's
there, I
watching
guess.
trucks flip upside down, going, "Hey, this is pretty much
I
in
guess.
sync here." Yeah,
I guess.
Hey,
I mean,
Joshua.
but check it out right there. You see the bottom right of your screen, Murph's Magical Creations. Awesome sponsor right here. Hopefully get Murph on the show here very, very soon.
Yes,
I was talking to Huck Wigginton. I was talking to Huck Wigginton about trying to get him on the show for the door banging download. So me end up trying to get old Murph on there and see what happens.
Well,
I
he's
guess you
got
could say. There you see Huck
Starbase.
Wigginton. Yeah, I mean he's got Starbase.
Adam
15
Newton's
too.
the one that's got the Magical Murph's Creations on his
Absolutely.
truck. There he is.
Absolutely. And one thing about this, we talked about this on the door banging download as well. And I want everybody, everybody out there in live chat, and even drivers, we want everybody's opinions. And folks, for the love of God, keep it age appropriate. I mean, I know some of you out there is going to try to pull some door banging download stuff. Let's keep it age appropriate here. The name for the unicorn.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we had decided that
because
already.
that would be. Did we?
I thought
What
we did.
was it?
I can't remember now.
What was it?
It can't.
Well,
It's got to have to go back and listen to one of the previous
good.
podcasts.
It must have not have been that good because if we can't remember it, then it must have not
I
have
thought you
been.
guys decided on it, James. I remember yourself and Leslie were having a chin wagging about it. And I thought,
Well,
okay,
we
this is
said
good.
Murphy, but I mean,
You know
we
what,
said
Jacob?
Murphy, but I think it was.
Yeah. We got beef with you not
Yeah,
remembering
we're
the name. There you go. The door banging download. Don't forget it. I wanted to use it for the new year there, Jacob. We haven't got any beef on track at the moment to use it just yet. But there it is. So I wanted to bring that grab. Merry Christmas. That's my Christmas present to you. For the
Thank
number
you.
57
Thank you.
door banging download there, Jacob.
Thank you, and thank you, and I'll tell you the same thing I tell my wife when I forget stuff. I blame beer. That's what I blame. So I will blame the alcohol. But folks, all the funny stuff aside, let's get back to a little bit of racing. Try to give you as much entertainment as we can. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, Dean, was to entertain more people and get more people's attention to what the Redneck Announcer and Nazar and everything else has got going on. So hopefully we entertained you just a little bit right there, right here smack dab in the middle of that caution. You see it right there, stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. I'll sum it up for you. Tristan Bruce, Brian Chu, Jose Luis Rivera, Jordan Jurassic, Jeff Merck, all of them appear in the top 5. 2 of them started, matter of fact, 3 of them started outside the top 20. They are up here in prime position. A couple of them not even in the playoffs, Steve. Matter of fact, make it 3 of them. The only 2, Tristan Bruce, Jordan Jurassic. They're the only ones in the top 5 trying to run and make it into the championship. And how about this? Here comes Jose Luis Rivera down on the inside battling for the lead.
Isn't that fantastic for JLR to get himself back up into the mix here with the big guns? And Brian Chu's coming up here, Jordan Jurassic. Isaac Bevan a little bit further back. He's getting 29 positions. Remember, everybody's gone down on the lap 41 to box, pit. So it's even Stevens right here, right now. Lap 40 of 103. Jacob in stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic.
At the Glass Mechanic. And how about JLR? Where did you come up with that? That just came out of absolutely nowhere right there. So how about that right there from JLR? How about T. Bruce up here trying to rock and roll as well? Then you got the Holiday. You got so many nicknames. That's what I've talked about before. This is like its own NASCAR right here, D. You got so many nicknames. You got the Holiday up here with Brad Chu trying to rock and roll. And here comes Jeff Merck. Pookie in the 60. He's going to try to rock and roll up here as well. Keith Bradley in the 29. He's going to jump out to the outside, try to find somebody to go with him. But nope, nobody's going to go with him. One driver jumps out up there on the top side as well. Look like that's Brandon Barfoot. No, that's Brian Chu. He'll jump up on the outside, so at least Chu will have a little bit of help with Keith Bradley. But check it out right here. This is what I was talking about, Dean. You're talking about sim and everything else. That right there, what you just showed inside the cockpit of the truck, that's what it looks like at 190 miles an hour on the sim right there. I've heard it numerous times, Dean. Oh, Talladega, it's just another track. It's easy. You can do that. Well, go back here probably around where Huck Wigginton is and see if you can do that. Go back to Huck Wigginton and let's look at what Huck Wigginton's looking at.
Yeah, I was going to say. And on top of the one, Jacob, there it is. And on top of it, you got to remember, you're looking forward, you're looking backwards, you're looking in your mirrors, you're looking everywhere, because as what Jeff Merck just did, he swings out a little bit. You can't just turn out anytime you want. There's a car there. Maybe in your blind spot, check your mirrors. That's what, just like the real world when you're driving, check your mirrors, check everywhere, check your blind spots, because you'll turn somebody if you're not, and that's what these drivers have to do at 150 miles an hour plus, Jacob.
Yeah, and how about old Raul Mesler right there? I mean, he's got trucks in front of him. He's got trucks behind him. He's got trucks up top. He's got trucks down low. I really hope he's not on his cell phone right now, because if he is, everybody's in trouble right now. But check it out. JLR. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm getting at. Maybe we can get a little Kevin. Nah, he ain't got his phone. Has he got his phone in his hand?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's the steering wheel. I was fixing to say, boy, we may have some beef already with him. But anyway, JLR. Down at the bottom, here comes Jeff Murph. Here comes Joshua Rodriguez up on the top side. He's got Brian Chew rocking with him. Keith Bradley rocking with him as well, but the outside lane's going to die out. Here comes JLR. Jose Luis Rivera down on the inside. He's got Bruce right behind him, and also Merck. He's got Jurassic behind him, as well as, check it out, Isaac Bent, the 47 up here, Brandon Broadfoot up here in the top 5 as well.
Yeah, good to see some new names up here where you don't see him racing at the front there. For the man from Kentucky getting the job done there, Isaac Bourbon. He's also up 29 places, one of the big gainers along with Jeff Merck. Jose JLR, as I said, doing a great job. Hey, we got MDR and everybody else like that as well too. So why not throw a couple ones in there? Jeff Merck in the lead there. Oh, 60s all over the place. This is what happened in stage 1 there, Jacob. But it cost Jeff Merck the stage win. He doesn't want to do it twice in a row.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of the moves Jeff Merck is making. I'll be honest with you, because, I mean, granted, you know, he is a Season 7 champion, and he has been very, very cocky, I guess you could say, which, I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know, however you want to look at it. But some of the moves that I've been seeing, he's making good moves, and he's making great blocks and everything else, but at the same time, it's going to cost him. Just like that right there. Jumps up, tries to put the block on Jurassic. Jurassic says, nope, not today. He's going to shoot around the outside. Now Merck's going to get put back in a hole, and we'll see what Jurassic does. Now Jurassic jumps down. He's going to put the block on the inside. Up front, Rivera and Tristan Bruce, they're going to try to get away. Here comes Jurassic with a run back as well. Now Joshua Rodriguez up top. 3 wide all the way back for the third all back is Bruce. Now he's going to get a little bit of a challenge from the help of Jordan Jurassic. He may go for the lead. Rivera tries to jump up and block. They're going to go 3 wide. Rivera's hung out.
Yeah, yes, he is, absolutely. Jordan Jurassic in there. Tristan Bruce, you could see at the moment. Jeff Merck still give him a bit of a push. He has lost the lead of this one, but it doesn't need to be finishing at the moment. We still have 15 laps to go in stage 2 there, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Tristan Bruce for Sharon Bruce out there. Well, T. Bruce is the man that's getting the job done, and he needs to get a job. This is because, remember, too, we did have all the way back who was involved in that incident there before there. But remember, our stage 1 winner gets a hurl of points here this evening. So if you're on the bubble at the moment, my friend, these playoffs, you need points, and you need them fast.
Absolutely. And Holden McGill has completely left the session. He is gone.
Yeah,
so McGill is straight up out of here. Justin White is still out on the track, 13 laps down. Ed Osborne, I believe he has left as well, so that'll be another spot for the Justin White machine. Stephen Thomas still down on pit road. Cody Knight 2 laps down. If caution comes out, Cody Knight's actually going to get the beneficiary, and he'll get back on, well, 1 lap down, I should say. He should get back. But the other 30 trucks, Dean, 30 drivers right here, all 30 of them are in this pack right here, and there's 30 of them on the lead lap. We're seeing somebody chime in out there in the live chat. Everybody, let's hear some out there in the live chat. Everybody chime in. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one right there, Dean. I don't even know. It's or prize, however you want to look at it. You mean crazy name right there, but I'm happy to see that I'm not the only one who raced iRacing in VR, and obviously Sharon Bruce is out there with a bunch of.
There you go. That's Brandon Bradford. He does too. As you can see, Brandon's very good, a solid job as well too. Brandon Bradford. He hasn't had the best of races, let's say, this season. He's running in the midfield, running in the mid pack, and you know what happens when you run in the mid pack there, Jacob, as well too. When you used to race a lot, you know, you get unfortunately involved in wrecks. No, I mean involved in wrecks, other people's wrecks, Jacob. That's what I was trying to refer to. Because it's hard to be the wrong. You gotta, right, I've always said here, Jacob, if you don't want to be involved in wrecks, mate, go up the front where Jordan is currently at the moment, then you're less likely to get wrecked.
No, you go all the way back here where Kyle Hess is right now, last truck on the lead lap. If we may, I mean, granted, we got action up here, but go back to where Kyle Hess is. He's in the 86 truck. That's where I would be, right there. You can go ahead and go back up to the front. I'm serious. That's where I would be. I would be hiding back there, trying to miss all the chaos that may end up doing. We got some serious beef right now, honestly, with Dean Hopton right here. But watch this right here. This is going to get interesting. Cody Knott right here in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Here comes Jurassic. Jurassic has the lead. Bruce is up here trying to go as well as Rivera. I think they're going to catch him before they end up getting to turn 3.
Look at Cody's going down the inside apron there, Jacob. Look at this. He knows exactly what to do. The boss man, Cody Knott, says, okay, guys, zoom, 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 zoom. It's frustrating. You're going to lose a lap. But Cody's smart enough to know, it's not my fight, this one around here. I don't want to be one of those drivers that everybody's going to be at you later because you didn't move out of the way. There you go, Jacob.
That's one way to do it. But anyway, but I mean, I see his point, and he's still, able to get some damage fixed right here. He's still got plenty of time. I mean, you look at it right there. We still got more than 10 laps to go here in stage 2, going all the way to 103. So we got plenty of time. How about this up here on this top side? We got a little action going on up here with Murph trying to rock and roll, trying to get back here. He is still trying, and he will oblige and take the lead. He doesn't care that he's not in the playoffs anymore. He's showing that he should have been in the playoffs. At least, from that's, what he's going to say and and I agree with him 100%. He's got a fantastic shot. But check out this man up here on the top side. We haven't talked a whole lot about him. We said, we're happy to see him after so long. The 32 of Ted Wade up here on this top side with Brian Shue right behind him, Keith Bradley to help as well. We have not seen Ted Wade in quite some time. What a win it would be if he can get it. What a way it would be for him to get a win here at Talladega after such an absence. There you go. Abstinence. Abstinence. Yeah,
I think Jacob's on the absinthe, saying absinthe at the moment there, Jacob. He's on the watermelon moonshine at the moment. But you're right, absolutely. Ted Wade, all for it. Jacob, I keep telling you all season long, I'm always a person here at the Brickyard that says, of course, the Brickyard sponsoring this race. I'm always the one that says, I always like to see somebody else win a race, you know what I mean? I don't like to see the same usual suspects win it. I mean, they do it because they're the best drivers in the NASCAR world and in the world as well, but, I always like to see somebody else coming out of the woodwork and getting a race win, because it does the boost to you. You did it this year, last year there, Jacob. You got yourself a race win, and bang, didn't that change you as a racing driver as well? That's so much more energy and enthusiasm.
Yeah, that was luck. But anyway,
there you go.
I'll take luck over that one right there. It was luck how they took the picture at the end of it. I mean, it was a photo finish in Atlanta over Chris Blanchard, but yes, I'm gonna remember that one for quite some time. Sorry, Chris, but hey, we're gonna take it any way that we can. How about this? We talked about him a second ago. Ted Wade to the front, and also check it out outside right here with last season's champion Keith Bradley, Season 8 champion up there. Got Joshua Rodriguez right behind him in the 4. Then you got 85 with Andrew Harris up there trying to rock and roll as well. So much action going on, and awesome camera angles by you, Biggles, right here. I mean, you're doing fantastic with the camera angles and everything. Shout out to the lap number 57. 57 of 103, and we are now streaming in 2K. How about it? That's that right there. I said it. 2025 is going to be a good year, and it's damn sure looking like it, buddy.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic year in NASCAR. Of course, I got a lot of goodies coming as well, as my internet's supposed to be well, a lot better now, and I can get these things streaming. 57 or 65 there, Jacob, approaching closely the end of Glass Mechanics Stage 2. Ted Wade in the lead there, which is good to see. Jeff Burke and JLR, Jordan Jurassic there. James Beard is up here now too. Don't forget James Beard, Trisha Bruce, because usual suspects. Shane Trotter and Isaac Bevan. Some names we don't hear sometimes, but guess what? 2025 might be their year, Jacob.
Yeah, very good possibility if you think about it, which actually we didn't get a chance to broadcast it. We were having technical issues, but Shane Trotter was one of them that first got caught up in a little bit of action right there at the start. The caution was not thrown, but the 6th lane was involved a little bit. got a little bit loose going through the trial oval, hit the grass, and was able to try to get his truck back straight. But now you got Trotter up here in position to possibly pull something off. He's the 16 truck right back there, right behind, I believe that is James Beard. And how about this? Once again, 3 wide. I'm trying to calm myself as much as I can, Dean, because I know this is going to be one hell of a finish. But Burke up here at the front. You got Rivera. You got Wade. That's the top 3. All 3 of them's 3 wide. Right behind him, you got Chew. He's up here trying to rock and roll with James Beard. Down on the inside, Jurassic. He's got Bruce there. Bevan is there as well. Everybody making some crazy moves.
Jacob.
Caution is out. We may have seen it, and it's Joshua Rodriguez. And the 4 goes around hard. Impact back here.
MDW as well.
And Adam Newton gets involved as well. MDW, who won last week, he is tore up, but I believe he's going to be good to go. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He's going to Charlotte. Yeah. But, Dean, you may have to throw out that cow thing here in a second.
We got beef.
Good possibility.
Jacob,
here.
we have to look at the replay, of course. I'm going to look at the Holtz Poppers replay there to have a look at that one there, Jacob, because I'm seeing
Get it all the way back to turn 4.
Jacob, you want beef? Well, we'll see. We'll go have a look at Joshua Rodriguez first, my friend, because he's all the way back here. There, he's turned.
Yes.
Jacob, I think you already know what's happening here. 4 collects somebody else there. MDW, let's have a look from his perspective there. Is the MDW there, Jacob? How did MDW get in this one? Oh, he just got collected later on. Actually, he blinked. Oh, so 19, Jacob. That's the one I think is where you're pointing to, isn't it, my friend? So who's in the 19 truck?
It's a good possibility. That's Adam Newton right there. You'll see him coming through the trial, boy. And there is... Go ahead and throw it up. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and call that right there. We
can't do that just yet. We're in our Holtz Pops replay.
Well, yeah. Go ahead. I mean, I get it right there with awesome sponsors like A's Lawn and Landscaping right here. And obviously
so you're saying Adam Newton is the one? Let's go back and have a look from Adam Newton's roof lid there. Most Magical Creations.
I mean, if you look at it, Dane, if you look at this right here, I mean, he gets on his back bumper and he never gets off of it right there. I mean, there was a little bit of room. Newton could have got off of him right there. He just but I will say this, there was beef with Blue Line Racing and Joshua Rodriguez. Not saying that Newton done it on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. What I'm getting at is Joshua Rodriguez with Adam Newton. Good possibility. At least that's what I'm seeing. Go ahead, throw out the cow thing, baby.
Who's got number 6 that reversed up on that one? That's Jordan Durasic as well, too. As Jacob would say,
we got beef.
We have beef, of course. And
yes, sir.
We're showing you live replays at the moment. Oh, all right, live pit stops at the moment. So who's going to come out first? Looks like Merck's going to come out first of the rest. Everybody's down at pit road. There it is. Chock a block, mate. You couldn't stack them anymore. Every single car you could possibly find here on the Cops Concerns of Police Survivors is in pit road at the moment, slicing and dicing their cow off, flipping their burgers off the barbecue because the beef is spread, isn't it there, Jacob? As you said, we do have beef. And Jacob said, who do we have beef with?
Possibly Adam Newton. Depends on how it works. But there's a good possibility that Joshua Rodriguez has probably got beef with Adam Newton. That would be the better option out of that as well. And obviously, there you see Merck right there. And obviously, stage 2 has not ended yet. We're going all the way to 65, but it's going to stay green. That's why everybody elected to go down pit road this time, because they're not going to have to worry about stopping. So I tell you what, while we have the opportunity, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. The Brickyard 275 here at Talladega. We'll be right back.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Folks, how about that? A lot of great sponsors that we got going on here with Nazareth. One of them you just saw right there at the end, which was Butt Kicker. And I got to be honest with you. They're a great sponsor with Nazareth. I've heard a lot of great things about them. I've never tried one. Never tried a butt kicker, but I literally heard that they will literally kick you in the butt. You take it however you want. That's what I've heard.
They will. They'll
you
kick
take
you
it however
in
you
the...
want. You ain't got to beep it. You ain't got to beep it.
No,
you ain't got to beep it.
It's
no,
good,
no,
mate.
that was.
It's like having a rally. I tell you what, Joshua Suss at the moment there in Disney's probably going to know. You know those rides and stuff we go on, and the video screens and everything, like boom, boom, boom. It's all vibrating and shaking and stuff like that. That's what the butt kicker feels like when you have that on your seat or your racing rig, anything. Kicking the butt, as you guys say.
Yeah. I mean, you can literally say that one in cowboy boots with a. Piece of straw hanging out of your mouth. You can literally pull that one off, and it would probably work.
I play the role play of cowboys and Red Dead
Dead
Redemption.
too.
Yeah,
I guess.
I do it.
Come so close to getting that on computer just to go over, just try to do it. That way, maybe I could cause some horse races. I thought that would be awesome. But anyway, everybody's looking at us like we're crazy. Green flag is in the air. Hit the Geico restart zone. Remember. Stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. We're coming to the end of Stage 2. No caution. Unless craziness happens, unless Nazareth chaos, however you want to look at it, happens. Right now, it's going to go green all the way. Merck making moves like that. Dean, he making moves like that right there may end up bringing out the caution, and he may be the cause of it.
It scares me as well when he does it. I don't see a lot of drivers do it very often there, Jake. I mean, you know that he's going to be left for dry at the moment. He's gone straight through the middle, and now he said, nah, you've been moving too much, Jeff Merck. We don't like that. It might get picked up by somebody in the background. But Jordan Jurassic in the lead for the number 6 machine. Ted Wade on the outside here. So Ted Wade says, I want it here. Tristan Bruce, Isaac Bevan, Jacob. A couple of laps to go. Stage 2 for the Glass Mechanic.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised one bit to see all those guys hang out Jeff Merck right there with that move right there. I'm not surprised one bit. I mean, you make those moves, you want to try to get away from them. You try to ship them to the back. But, I've raced against Jeff Merck before in the Cup Series. He makes those moves and he shoots on up through there and does what he needs to do. I'm talking a little bit about the door banking download here, but we'll get back to the broadcast. Here we go. Jurassic with Bruce. Bevan up here. Isaac Bevan been very, very quiet right now in that 47. He's got a shot right here as we are coming to the end of stage number 2. Still got time. Remember, it's got to be the end of 65. But now Bruce sees a hole. Ted Wade says, Here comes Jeff Merck. Gives him a shot in the pants. And Tristan Bruce is going to be out front. But what will happen? Will he be able to make it to the end of 65? He's got to get to the end of 65 for the points to count. But Tristan Bruce, he's up front. He's got a shot. He's got to try to hold off Jeff Merck. Merck right behind him. Here comes Jurassic. Jurassic up, gets a little bit of help. Almost gets turned. Here comes Mancheri in the 45. Here comes Keith Bradley. Joshua Rodriguez. Moves being made. Blocks being thrown. Here comes Tristan Bruce. Cherry gets a shot. Almost 4 wide for the second spot. They are literally almost quarter panel banging, if you want to put it at that. 3 wide for second. Bruce is going to hold on to the lead, but it's not over yet. Remember, start-finish line all the way down where turn 1 is. Here comes Rodriguez down to the bottom. Will he be able to get there? No, sir. Tristan Bruce will win stage number 1. Jurassic gets second. Joshua Rodriguez third, Matt Cherry fourth, Keith Bradley fifth, but they're still rocking and rolling off.
Yeah, we're still going there,
there,
Jacob, because we are green under stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Thank you very much for that there, for everything we need to fix the shatters, and perhaps some be shattering, and some people are shouting at the moment and smashing glass at the moment, going, what just happened? We know it got a little bit of beef out there in the chat there, Sharon Bruce, and have respect, please, for everybody. I know that
yes.
Everybody's racing their absolute best out there. And I don't know there's a bit of beast. Tristan Bruce gets the job done fantastically. Jordan in the lead right now. Somebody went in the inside apron there. Was that MDW? Somebody... No, that was earlier on lap 61. It could have been there, Jacob. Anyway, Jordan Jurassic, Tristan Bruce, Matt Cherry, and Josh Rodriguez As keep an eye out those Elite 10s. That's crucial to times for them there, Jacob, to get some crucial points in the Elite 10.
Absolutely. I mean, we're seeing a lot of crazy moves being thrown and, all the good stuff. Obviously, folks out there in the live chat, try to keep it as civil as you can. Let's not get too crazy here. All this is entertainment. Let's not end up being a beef segment on Door Banging Download. Let's try to keep it as calm as we can. Let's not get crazy. We already got Josh Boyd out there with the beef. Literally, this is going to get good. Hell, I'll tell you what, line it up out there in the live chat. Do we have beef? There is a possibility. Do we have beef out there in the live chat? Why not? Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and make some more entertainment out of it, because we're still 3 wide up here. Matt Cherry right in the middle. How about this up here, leading the race from 13th, last season's champion. Granted, as he's up top, gets a little door bang right there with Cherry. He's going to slide back and get Tim Wade to go with him. But Keith Bradley won the championship last season right here in the number 29, Devil Blue Line Racing. It ain't over yet. Season ain't over yet. He's still got a shot to get him a couple wins before this thing's all said and done.
Keith Bradley sporting another livery. You can see Indy race parts on the front of that 29 machine. He's up on the high side, and of course you don't see it at the moment. I'll put a little arrow on it. There you go. Bing, bing. Got you there, Keith Bradley. You can't escape me in the broadcast booth here of the NASRA Network. I know where you are on the track at all times. Anywhere, any place there. Hope everybody is enjoying themselves, tuning in, of course. And don't you forget, please, to like and subscribe. That's a big thing for everybody in the NASRA Network. And mention these drivers as well, too. We all love you out there. Thank you very much for subscribing. Yes. Give us your input. Give us your beef. We don't mind it. So I'll fire up the barbecue any day of the week there, Jacob. Who goes up into the fence there? That's the 85, I think, Andrew Harris. 45, my apologies, up into the fence. That's Matt Cherry.
I don't know if I go that far. I want to hear everybody's beef, because it would really get good out there in the live chat. But I want to say, bet for the Door Banging Download, even though Santa, we told him to go on and told him to get on out. But anyway, make sure that you like and subscribe to the National 360 Racing Network. If you loved, the Tickle Santa deal, just imagine that he's there, however you want to do it. How about this? Andrew Harris, who races in the DSR Electric Truck Series, talked about it before. The Championship 6 was so close to winning the championship. Had an unforeseen deal, I guess you could say, with a penalty right there at the end. But at the same time, he's up here. He's got a shot. He made it all the way to Championship 6. Made it a hell of a lot further than I did, but now he's up here. He's got a shot to win here at Talladega. How about up top? Matt Cherry spun in stage 1. He's got Bradley behind him. Scruggs up here as well. Where did they come from, Dean? All of them up here. Ooh. They are going at it. Almost 4 wide.
25's hurt.
Back in the back, blown up.
James
Beard has blown up.
Yep, that's Puff.
Wow.
I said Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff, the number 25 machine is done and dusted, my friend. He's going to drop. No, he's fixed it. Wow, it's not a Ford. It hasn't blown up. My apologies still. I have beef with Fords, but anyway, you can just watch every video on YouTube and you'll find Fords go up all the time. Anyway, yeah, don't worry about that. We got 2 Chevys. 3 at a Toyota. Matt Cherry, Andrew Harris, Trisha Bruce in the fence.
We got a wreck.
Bruce in the fence.
Scruggs gets in it. Scruggs gets in it. Jose Luis Rivera gets in it. This is the big one. Yep. Going into turn 3, you can basically name a driver, and they got in it. Brandon Schumann is in this. Brandon Broadfoot is one of them that gets in this. You got Keith Bradley. He gets in it. Joshua Rodriguez gets in it. Meza gets in it. Cody Knotts able to slide through. You got all kinds of others. Chris Blanchard gets in it as well. Oh, multi-car accident, the big one. Half the field eaten alive going into turn 3.
I was going to say, boxing gloves off, Jacob. There is a big, big smash. A big wreck. Let's go back and try to have a look at it somewhere along the line, because there was a ton of cars involved in this one there, Jacob. Where do we start? Jordan Jurassic? Go around somewhere around that. Legend of the number 6.
Scruggs.
3 wide.
Scruggs and Rivera. At least that's where I saw it. I mean, it was just maybe a bad bump draft right there behind Rivera. Matter of fact, no, Scruggs gets up here. Rivera gets a shot, and Andrew Harris. Oh, man, this is going to look rough right here. This is going to look really, really rough. If you ride on board, watch right here. This is perfect right here. Watch Rivera. He gets into Harris, and, I mean, he hits him, and then he just shoots straight up to the right side, gets in the left rear of Scruggs, nails Scruggs. Jurassic's got nowhere to go. He is just an innocent bystander, and Jurassic's going to hit this wall hard right here.
Oh,
yeah, he is absolutely KO'd right here at this point. And then after that, it's literally at that point, everybody tried to slide through. Joshua Rodriguez, another one that gets in it as well. You basically name it, half the field getting involved. There you see hard contact. Haiti dirt tracks it coming off. Does not hit the inside retaining wall. Another one, Casey Mink into 69. He gets involved. I mean, you name it. Literally almost everybody except for the front two probably had something to do with getting involved in this. Check out Schumann riding on board. He almost made it right there. I think he got tagged by Mink, and that was that wound up costing him right there. Check out Broadfoot. Woo! Scruggs actually got a little bit of air, and then Broadfoot got tagged right there by Schumann and got set around. I think we're actually trying to find somebody that made it through this. Actually,
we'll have to go back and have a look at drivers, gentlemen.
We'll have to go.
Pit road.
Yeah, we'll have to probably slide back and probably see about all the way back in around 20th to see if somebody actually missed it and they locked it down because everybody else gets involved. And check it out up pit road. Everybody, literally, all these guys servicing damage after the big one strikes here tonight at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. But you hear from some of our great sponsors here with Nazra. We'll be back at Talladega here shortly.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega. There you saw Starbase 1552 Comics. Obviously, love all my Batman stuff. I guess you could say Batman, Star Wars. Not real big into Star Wars. May have some beef out there with some of you out there. But anyway, Spider-Man, Superman, DC Comics, Marvel, all that good stuff. They got you covered. Probably even got them little Funko Pops. I've seen them, Dean. Have you seen them Funko Pops?
What?
Craziest little things.
What
Funko
pop?
Pops. I'm serious.
Jacob,
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Funko Pops. Have you never heard of them?
I've never heard of that. Let us know in the chat if you've heard of Pop.
Yeah, beef.
I can't be saying that on the air there, Jacob. You know, I'll get in trouble with the boss man. All 40 of you watching, thank you very much. As you can see in the titles, it does say the Nashua Fairgrounds Speedway. That'll be next week. It's because of the Australian breaking internet is the reason why it has switched over to that one. They did tell me there was going to be service here on Saturday in Australia, but it's Friday night here for the Concerns of Police Survivors in Nazra, and you are listening to the Redneck Announcer, of course, Jacob. That's the man. Jacob, you know, you got beef, of course. Everybody's calling out there for beef.
I got beef with you right now.
We got beef. We got beef there, Jacob. The cows are all lined up for you at the door bang and download.
Oh, I got beef with you right now. I can't believe you don't even know what a Funko Pop is. It is literally, it is a real toy, well, collectible, however you want to look at it. And they've got all kinds of them. And I'm not getting paid by them to speak about that. But shout it out there, you know, in live chat. You know, do y'all have any of them, or is it just, you know, my wife that collects them? But you know, it buys them for me. I mean, but it is cool stuff. I got, you know, Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt, and all that. And folks, I will apologize if you didn't hear me. You know, and it might have sounded a little bit off. I was reaching for my beer, so I apologize. But beside the point, We're getting ready to rock and roll. We're coming to end this thing, Dean. We ain't
Yes,
got much
sir.
more to go. 74 of 103. Matt Cherry, Tristan Bruce, Shane Trotter, James Beard. Thought he blew up a while ago. He's still sitting up there in the 4th spot. Didn't even qualify. Started 32nd. He's sitting up here, 4th spot. Chris Blanchard. He's trying to make it in that championship 6. Called it out in old Atlanta. Season 9 for number 9. He's got a shot to make it, but he's got to be able to fight off everybody else. Here tonight at Talladega is Tristan Bruce. It's a fantastic jump. Here we go. James Beard right behind him. Cherry down on the inside. He's got Shane Trotter going to give him the shove. Here goes Cherry to the lead.
I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night, and tonight's going to be a good night between some of these drivers. For some of them, it's going to be fantastic. Tristan Bruce is going to be looking good there because he's looking out in that playoff championship window that we mentioned. Needs every point he possibly can. Blanchard needs him. Johnson, the tiny horse. You know what happens when Ryan Johnson gets fired up and all cylinders is that 38 machine there, Jacob? He starts winning races.
Absolutely, he does, and he's one of them that literally got maybe a fire lit up under him at Dover last week. But we'll see how this ends up working out as Tiny Horse, 4th truck up on the top side, right behind James Beard, Tristan Bruce, and also Matt Cherry. Cherry up top. Here comes Shane Trotter. We saw him. Started 28. He's one of them that first got up into an issue. He's got Blanchard up his tailgate. Right behind him, Keith Bradley in the 29. He's still rocking and rolling. He's trying to make something happen as well. Tiny Horse trying to follow. Hunk Wigington in the 00.
No.
He's looking to the outside. How about this? 2 races. Literally, well, make it 3 races, Dean. To make it into the playoffs, to make it into the championship 6, to win the race. And not only that, Starbase 1552 Comics Super Speedway Award. You can't make this up. 4 wide back here with Gregory and Mark. They shot around Hunt Wayton like he was sitting still. How about Starbase 1552 Comics in the bottom right? How about
I bet you that you can get one of these trucks as Starbase 1552 Comics. If you go on eBay auctions and stuff like that, you'll find them, of course. That would be the place to go. Online only. And, of course, there's your URL. Just scan it and makes it easier for you there, Jacob, if you want to get to the Starbase. That'd be fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'd love to get... I'm making talk to Starbase about making little die-cast models of all the trucks here, of your favourite fans here at NASRA. That'd be interesting. Tristan Bruce in the lead, but James Beard, Chris Blanchard, Keith Bradley.
He Bruce up front. He's trying to hold on as long as he can. He's got a long way to go. He wants to try to make it there. But James Beard... Absolutely. He's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We'll see how it goes. Shout out to the great Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit. May end up throwing a couple more music references at you. It's usually how we do it. How about James Beard? He hadn't won a race all season. He's running down a dream. And also Chris Blanchard may be running down that dream. Matt Cherry says, I'm going to rock and roll. Now he's going to the wall. Big crash. Cherry gets involved. Bruce gets involved. Tiny Horse gets involved. Multi-truck accident. Here going into turn 3. Beef has kicked off, Dean.
We have beef with a capital B and a double E and an F there, Jacob, for sure. That is going to be huge on lap 78 of 103. The cows are mooing, and, the storm is brewing. There you go, Jacob. I didn't even think I'd come up with that one, but we have to look at the Pulse Poppers replay. Found out what happened. Matt Cherry and Lexa are in this one. What happened there, Jacob? Talk us through this one.
Well, I'm going to get some beef on my end, probably right here, probably on this one, because I got the Bruce family out there that's probably going to be very, very upset. But, from this camera, we can't really see it, but you see Bruce, he jumps up, and there's a line that's rocking and rolling up here. Now, I mean, granted,
let's go back a little bit.
Look
there,
at
Jacob.
it. Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at this, however you want right here, he could sit there and say, well, I put the block. They should have went to the right side. That's, you can look at it however you want at this point. But at the same point, Bruce jumps up. He tries to put the block on this, and we already seen Jeff Mark do these kind of moves earlier on, and we chastised him for it. So, I mean, you see what it is right there. There is a run.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is Dane, and like I said, I'm going to get beef one way or another on this. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. One way or another, I'm going to get beef. But that move right there, he didn't know that Tiny Horse was going to be right in the cherry and give him the shove. It was just kind of a last-minute move. He jumped over. He thought he was going to be all right. Sure enough, he wasn't. Tiny Horse, he's going to be able to get away with it. That looks like a racing incident to me. I don't know. I mean, the way I look at it, Cherry could have went up top.
One bump.
He could have probably got him in
Literally,
I'm gonna get beef one way or another out of this.
Look at this, Jacob. There's like a three. It's like the car in the middle. Well, Cherry's the one in the middle because Cherry gives a bump. Now, does Cherry give a bump because Johnson gives a bump? Have a look at this one. I'm trying to slow it down here. I'm trying to look at 5 things at once because drivers are in the pit road live at the moment. So just let you guys know we won't take too much time on this. You can see there's a bump Cherry, right? Not at a good angle that you want to be bumping a truck. You want to bump them flat, as you mentioned. Cherry goes a little loosey-goosey. Ryan's probably bumped Cherry and gone and backed off a little bit as well, tried to. And then it's all gone pole-shaped. There's Brucey into the 25, and anybody else that survives on this one is like a lucky dog out of that wreck, and that's kind of bullshit. I think, to my perspective.
Yeah, anyway. A lot of people, may have beef with me on that one. As far as my call on that, whether or not, I think it was, that's a racing incident. A lot of people is probably going to sit there and say, oh, well, it was a bad deal right there. But Ryan's bumping Cherry. Okay, Ryan's bumping Cherry. Mm-hmm. Tristan Bruce is going to come up. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about this on DVD. I ain't got no problem with it. I'll tell y'all what I really damn think about it. But anyway, Bruce comes up, he puts the block or whatever, and then Tiny Horse is giving shove to Cherry. Granted, does Tiny Horse lift? No, he doesn't. He keeps giving him the shove, but Cherry's got that option whether or not to go to the top or not. So, honestly, Dean, I hate to say it like this, but it's literally damned if you do and damned if you don't in that situation. You don't know really what to do. Bruce made that option. He made them choose, and unfortunately, it took out a bunch of trucks. You look at it however you want.
You certainly will, Jacob. Now, the beef out there, everybody? I want to know. What's your
Oh, there's some of them with me right now, I'm sure. But
I think it's time to thank our sponsors there, Jacob.
Hey, yeah, I got a feeling. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll collect our thoughts, I guess you could say, here at Talladega. 23 to go here at Talladega. We'll be right back.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega for the Brickyard 275. It's been a fantastic night here tonight at Talladega. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, Australia, Dean Hopton Biggles in the house. And I'm telling you, this is going to get interesting. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff there. You see my ugly mug right there on the bottom of the screen. Love to see Dean's, but I guess he's too scared to put it down there. Anyway, he ain't going to put it down there. And if he does, it's going to be some kind of little Irish thing or whatever that little picture
kangaroo,
is. What is that?
A wombat, a koala, a kookaburra, a redneck spider, anything can kill you in Australia, of course. Tell you what, that's why I stay away from motor racing, of course, even in the virtual world, Jacob, because you can get turned and you can have beef and have beef. Welcome to the 2025, of course. It's NASRA at its best there, Jacob, and I shouldn't even be echoing. Chris Blanchard in the lead. Go, Chris Blanchard. Go, Chris Blanchard, go!
Chris Blanchard up here in the lead's got a shot. Remember, talked about it at Old Atlanta. Season 9 for number 9. Let's see how it works out for him. Green flag in the air. Blanchard on the inside. Here comes Chew. Here comes Broadfoot. Here comes Haney. Everybody trying to get up the full song. Now Blanchard, he'll keep it down on the inside lane. Broadfoot right behind him. Here comes Schumann down on the inside as well as Isaac Bevan. Matthew Montgomery technically leading right now in the Starbase 1552 Comics Superspeedway Award. Hope Wigginton set back in the 14th spot. Montgomery leading that. But we're too wide up here at the front. It's Blanchard. It's Chew. It's Talladega.
I love it. Brand Chew as well, too. Fantastic. Solid job there for the number 51 machine. He's up 24 positions. Looking good. 22 to go on this race there, Jacob.
Yeah, big-time moves being made up here. We'll see what Chew does. Now Haney up on the top side. How about right behind him? He's got big moves being made. Montgomery back here with Rodriguez. We saw Joshua Rodriguez get involved a while ago with Tiny Horse right behind him. Keith Bradley up here trying to help as well. This is the calm before the storm right here, Dean. We're 21 to go right here. Coming to 20 to go. There you see the Elite 10. You can literally pull the Jaws theme right now at this point. Everybody is literally just on pins and needles. What is going to happen? Imagine if this was the last race in the Elite 10. Every single one of them would be in the mental hospital. They'd all be drinking whiskey during this race.
That'll be at Nashville Fairgrounds, which will be the next one, of course. You'll be seeing that currently at the moment of pictures of the screen that you're watching. If you're watching this one back, of course, it will be corrected there by the famous Cody Knott. Unfortunately, he's not having the best of days. He's lapped down P25, 3-4. But, Jacob, as you said, we have 4 wide. We have 4 wide there, Jacob, a little bit further back. Oh, we're going to see that a little bit soon. Chris Blanchard in the lead, and he's been doing solid there. Remember, he's got that little next to his name, that grey. He's in it, and he's in it to win it there. Keith Hanley as well. But where's the rest of the field? Johnson down a little bit. Rodriguez needs points. Brucey all the way back in P20 there, Jacob.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting right here. Tristan Bruce all the way back there in the 20th spot. Maybe just had to hang around and wait for the big one to pop off, which granted, I'll be honest with you, Talladega, it doesn't discriminate. You know, we can have like 5 big ones before the end of this thing. I mean, it's only 103 laps. But remember, we still have 3 green-white checkers to decide it all. So it doesn't matter at that point. Like I said, we could have 3 green-white checkers to decide it all at the end of this point. You may end up having 5 big ones before it's all said and done. So we'll see what happens unless, if there's enough trucks at the end. Check out Broadfoot right here. Big old VR right there, smack dab on his head. I would have threw that thing over the catch fence as soon as I put it on. No way. I would wear that. But it's working out for him, Dean. He's got himself up here in position. Started 7th, in 2nd, not in the championship. But he's got a shot winner at Talladega. Here comes Rodriguez on the outside, 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, you can see right there. Look how minimum steering wheel from Broadfoot. That's not a still picture, by the way. That is video feed coming in. Broadfoot's just cool, calm, and collective. He's doing a solid job. Minimum steering wheel, keeping it cool, not being sucked into the other cars there, Jacob. You know how difficult it is that they're like a vacuum cleaner on wheels. That's exactly what these trucks are. Broadfoot in P2, but you mentioned 3 wide now. Chris Blanchard, John Rodriguez, Brian Chew, Keith Hanley, Ryan Johnson is lurking in the background there. Here we go. 3 wide, Talladega! It's Talladega, baby. Jacob, get excited. I'm sure I am. You are.
Yeah, I was fixing to say Broadfoot wave at us. You won't do it. But no, we don't want to put him in that bad spot. But check it out. Like you said, 3 wide. Here we go. Blanchard down on the bottom. You got Rodriguez up top. You got Chew stuck in the middle. Now Johnson, Tiny Horse, he goes up the hill. Opens the door for the inside. Blanchard still has the lead. Will Broadfoot jump up? He thought about it. Nope, he's committed at this point. Broadfoot will go to the lead. Blanchard's going to get slipped back to 2nd, or will he? 52 of Brandon Schumann. Haven't talked about him all race long, Dean. He has got a shot here at the end of this bad boy. And how about Dan Hagan? Got caught up in one of the earlier accidents, started 31st. He's up here running almost inside the top 5. Anybody? Dean, honestly, I love this place. It's a short place. It's a short drive to my house. We're 3 wide up here for the lead. I love this place because anybody, even the underdogs, has got a chance here tonight.
You know, Jacob, when I'm flying over there to Georgia, mate, I'm heading on your sofa and I'm crashing it for any Dega race there is. The virtual ones are even maybe a little more exciting than the real ones, but Brandon Broadfoot in the lead now. Chris Blanchard, Brandon Schumann, as you said, Isaac Bevan, Brian Chew, Devin Painter. Some names here we don't see, familiar places, familiar territory, but the Brickyard 275 producers this man. If you're out to drive a VR, I know you'll be throwing it out there, but I'll tell you what, Brandon Broadfoot says, I ain't throwing this VR out, mate. 16 to go. It's looking good.
Absolutely, in the Brickyard 275. Granted, you would think that would be at an Indy race, but no, it is a great sponsor that wanted to get a part of Nazareth as a title sponsor for this race. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring here the playoff race here at Talladega. Lap trucks down on the bottom side of it. James Beard was one of them in the number 25, get caught up in that wreck just a little bit ago. And here we go. Broadfoot inside, Chew up top. Chew knows how to get it done on these super speedways, Dean. Remember, Daytona season opener for season, I believe it was 3 or 4. I believe it was 3 when he won at Daytona's my first season with DSR Electric. He got the win without him giving him the shove. So Chew knows how to get it done at these super speedways. He can play spoiler here tonight. Chew leads off turn 2 with Broadfoot and Hagen right behind.
15 to go at the moment. A lot of calls out there saying, watch your back with Trishan Bruce. Trishan Bruce at the moment running in 11th place there. Number 3 machine. You can't miss the number 3 machine. My favourite number as well too, Trishan Bruce. And that lovely the pink livery there. But Trishan Bruce, gotta get a move on, my friend. 15 to go. He's stuck in a bit of traffic. And hey, Master the Balls, get the horns. That's a tiny horse up the road there. One of his biggest competitors here in the Concerns of Police Survivors Brickyard 275.
Absolutely, and folks, I got a feeling right now with 15 to go, this is going to shape up to be an absolute classic. I guarantee you, as our great Smithfield, North Carolina's own and senior analyst, or senior broadcaster, I should say, for the National 360 Racing Network, Wesley Allen would say, well, Grandma hides the cookies. Well, tell Grandma to not worry about them damn cookies and worry about what's going on here tonight at Talladega, and make sure that you let each and every one of yours and your own, know what's going on here tonight at Talladega. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe to what's going on, and make sure all your family, your friends know what's about to go down here tonight. Because it's fixing to get good, Dean. I'm telling you, I've said it before. These old boys, they're going to get after it. They've got after it the whole race. But they just start. They literally just get warmed up. We're fixing to get after it for 13, believe it or not. 13 laps to go at Talladega.
Unlucky for some, maybe lucky for others there. Subscribe and like there, get that bell notification. And also, you might get a little bit of beef in there. But, of course, we'll be whistling our way, and the train will be rolling at its station. Of course, the station will be the checkered flag. Barney will be waving it. Keith is in the lead now. This is the first time for the 87 machine. Dan Hagen's in the mix there. Brandon led a couple of laps there. Keith Bradley, the animal. He's in the mix. This is fantastic there, Jacob. Let's go.
Oh, this is why we love Talladega. It's like I said, Dean, literally the underdogs that we never see has got a shot to try to pull it off. Even with guys that's in the playoffs, has got a shot at this point. I mean, everybody has a shot. Check out Justin White up here. 13 laps down. He's sitting up here. He could play spoiler and try to help somebody that is not in the playoffs and help them get into this bad boy. Everybody, it's fair game. At this point, Haney, Broadfoot, Chew, Hagen, Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson, and Joshua Rodriguez up here. Everybody battling it out. Blanchard up here, as well as Isaac Bevan, as here comes Chew on the outside. Fantastic run. Will Tiny Horse get him cleared? Doesn't look like it as they hit turn 3. Coming this time, 11. Popsicle sticks up in the air. Old school popsicle sticks. 11 to go as Hagen makes it 3 wide.
Ooh, I'm loving it, and and not sponsored by McDonald's as well too. I'm loving the Concerns of Police Survivors here on the Nazareth Network. 2025, our first race, Jacob, as being a brewer here with 11 to go here. We're going to see 3 wide. We may even see 4 wide there, Jacob. Well, thank you very much. I'm sleeping on your sofa the next time we come. There you go. Whoa, 22.
No, you ain't, because my wife will kick you out at that point. Check it out. 19 trucks on the lead lap. Rivera, Wood, all these guys, Cherry, all of them fixing to probably go 1 lap down as everybody gets stacked up front. Big time racing going on as Brian Chew will go to the lead. Tiny Horse trying to win or lock himself in. Blanchard stuck on the inside. He says, I'll back up. Check it out. Lap truck on the inside, lap truck on the outside. This is going to get interesting. Rivera up on the top side. They're going to go 4 wide for just a split second. But up front, Chew has some big-time competition. Tiny Horse Haiti trying to rock and roll on this outside. Broadfoot down on the inside. 10 laps to go.
Come on, Chew. I would say, come on, Brian Chew. You got to hold off Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson's not the easiest person to hold off there. Brandon Broadfoot. It'd be fantastic if he gets a win there. Keith Hanley gets a win there. Joshua Rodriguez, Jeff Merckx in the background there. This is fantastic. 10 to go, Jacob. Down the backstretch. Here at Talladega. What could not be better for your New Year surprise?
Well, I'll say this. I mean, I can't hear anybody out there in the live chat. Out there in the live chat, let us know how you're feeling here tonight at Talladega. Who is going to win this bad boy? Let us know who's going to win any of these guys up here in literally the top 20 at this point. Rivera way back here got hung out. He's not with the lead pack, but he's still got a shot. Top 19 is on the lead lap. They've got a shot as well. This is going to get interesting. Tiny Horse up front. Haiti down on the bottom. Chew. Merck up here. Jeff Merck has jumped back up here and has got it going. Tristan Bruce right behind him with Isaac Bevan as well. This is going to get interesting with 9 to go. 9 to go here at Talladega. Haiti trying to lock himself into the championship 6 if he gets a win going into 3.
Let's get ready to rumble at the Brickyard. 275 here at Talladega. Keith Hanley just leading there on Brian Chew. Brandon Broadfoot, Ryan Johnson. And big player there, Brian Chew, that's to say, he gets this job done. He gets the biggest place gains. The only problem is he's got to keep Hanley up the road, the 87. He's got to try to hold off. I tell you what, I flip a coin at the moment there, Jacob. I'll take any of these drivers to get this race win, even Joshua Rodriguez. 1, 2, 3. That'd be super here for the new series of the Consents Police Survivors 2020 season here on NASRA.
Yeah, there's no telling who's going to end up winning this bad boy, but we'll see what happens as Haney is going to get clear on the inside. He's got Chew right behind him. Rodriguez got caught up in a couple of accidents. He's up on the top side. Now Broadfoot will go with him. Tiny Horse trying to rock and roll. He's got Bruce right behind him. Hagen up top with Bradley trying to get the shove on the outside. Haney down on the bottom. He's got Chew, but up top, there's more help. Now Broadfoot thought about going up top, had no help. Haney's going to get the run on the inside. Rodriguez still on his quarter panel, right at his door trying to stay there, but Rodriguez trying to do what he did at Daytona and get the win here tonight at Talladega, but he's got to hold him off for 7 more laps. But Haney, check it out. Big time speed as they hit the start-finish line. Rodriguez will go to the lead, door banging for second. Haney and Broadfoot going at it, going into 1 and coming off 2.
Keep it together, gentlemen. This is going to be a fantastic finish if we can get 7 to go there. Point it in the right direction. Just stick it in there. Just go for it. Just send it, gentlemen. It's what it's all about. Dan Hagen now in the lead of this race there, Jacob. You wouldn't have said that about 20 laps to go, but I'll tell you what, the NASRA 39 machine, the NASA, I don't even know it's NASRA and NASA. It's flying, my friend. Don't even worry about that one. There's a satellite right there. It's called 30. It's the number 39 machine.
6 to go, and Hagen has basically laid all his chips out there and went all in. Now he's going to end up going bust. He's going to go all the way to the back. 4 wide. Keith Bradley's going to go all the way to the back. And here we go. Now Rodriguez still has it. Haney is just basically laying in the weeds. The pink animal of Goat Locker used to be a series here with the NASRA 360 Racing Network, just laying in the weeds, just waiting to make his shot, and maybe Brian Chew will go with him. Chew looks, thinks about it. Chew thinks, yes, I'll go. And he's got a Broadfoot right behind him. Haney down on the inside. He's going to get the help from Mark. Bradley up top with the animal trying to rock and roll on the outside as well. Paint a picture, take a screenshot. This is Talladega coming to 5 to go. 5 to go, Dean, coming to the line.
And remember, at the moment, the Elite 10 are the ones that actually can get a whole bunch of benefit out of this. And this is also including those drivers that are on the cusp line that are going to be flying past here. Jacob, wow! You remember that as a kid, you've been to Dega, listening to these trucks scream by at full speed here. Brian Chew in the lead.
Big time moves being made. Broadfoot's going to go up to the top side. Keith Bradley's going to go up and give him the help. Chew's going to have Tiny Horse with him. Rodriguez is going to have Keith Haney with him. Now Rodriguez keeps it on the inside. Chew up top. He's got Tiny Horse with him. Broadfoot trying to get the shove, but he's got no help. Nope. He's got Bradley right behind him. Justin White back here, 3 wide. This is when you want to do the screenshot right here, folks. If you haven't got you a cold one yet, I hate to tell you, you don't want to miss this right here. This is going to be one of those classic Talladega finishes as we're coming to 4 laps to go. Lap traffic is up ahead.
Whoa.
4 wide, Broadfoot up top. He gets hung out.
Oh, Jacob was getting absolutely super stoked there. Joshua Enriquez there, Keith Bradley, the other Keiths. So it sounds like a law firm, as Wesley would say. It ain't the Keith and Keith brothers. It's the Keith Hanley, Brian Chu, Jeff Merck, Ryan Johnson, Trishan Bruce, Keith Bradley, Chris Blanchard. Anybody can win this one, but Rodriguez is looking in the hot spot right now. But Keith Hanley's on his tailpipe.
And he pulls the trigger. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to have Chew right behind him with Tiny Horse. Bradley up top. He's got Justin White rocking and rolling with him. Now Joshua Rodriguez still has the lead, but he has no help. Here comes Keith 80 in 87. Pulls the trigger. Coming up to go. Now Mark gets tagged in the back end by Tristan Bruce. And we have got a pile up. Caution is out. Dane Hagee gets involved. Matthew Montgomery gets involved. A number of other drivers get involved. Brandon Broadfoot gets involved. Mark is involved. Numerous drivers. Caution is out. We got beef in the trial over here at Talladega. Big pile up. And we are going to overtime, Dean.
Oh, we are definitely going overtime with 3 to go there, Jake. Now, it's going to be interesting to see where it all started, because I'm just confused on this one. There's beef way back at the barbecue. It flicked off the barbecue, my friend. It's all the way around here somewhere. You can give us a little bit of a feedback there from the redneck announcer, the beef man himself. Where did it go wrong?
Yeah, I think really what it was right there. You see Jeff Merck right there. He gets involved in this little bad bump draft gone wrong, little stack up on the inside lane. It looked like, I believe it was Blanchard down here on the inside. He kind of got stacked up. Merck got stacked up. Bruce got stacked up. Everybody got stacked up coming off of turn number 3. Shoved Merck straight up into, I believe that was Hagen in the 39. Shoves him up into the wall, and then from there on, it's chaos. Bradley gets involved. Scruggs gets involved. Montgomery, Isaac Bevan, there you see him. He gets involved. There goes Haiti. Wow, Bradley up on his roof. Wild ride. Might want to hide your kids on that one right there. If we get an onboard ride with Keith Bradley, which we will, from our great producer, Dean Hopton, check it out right there. I mean, just nothing for him to do. Tidy Horse gets involved. There he goes over on his lid. And Keith Bradley, unfortunately, had a shot here tonight. And unfortunately, it's not going to pan out for him here tonight. Check out Scruggs. This is one you really may end up having to watch the kids on. This one is wow. I mean, just straight through the 29. There you see Tidy Horse right there on the right side. And Bradley goes up in the air.
He's got kids on roller coasters right now. He'd be sitting there going, Daddy, that roller coaster ride didn't look like the Ostensibly Survivors here on the Ezra Network. Oh, have a watch again there, children. Look away. Tell you what, Brendan Broadfoot almost, as he's got the lights there on the GoCo restart zone. I don't know if he got too much damage on that one, but tell you what, that's not too bad, because a man that could chance to potentially win this race. What do you do right now if you're Matt Cherry's shoes, Jacob? Point in the right direction. There's smoke everywhere. Cars everywhere. Launch it. He lifted. Goes cruising on by. Thank you very much. I'll take that one. I think he gets slammed by somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, he didn't get hit by anything. Oh, boy, he almost did right there, but he locked it down. And like I said, at 45, Matt Cherry, he's going to be a little bit of a sleeper, especially going into Nashville next week at the Nashville Fairgrounds. If you haven't yet, make sure you check that one out. That's going to be a good one next week, folks. Going to take a quick commercial break. We got trucks down on pit road getting repairs. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you back for the finish. We're going to overtime here at Talladega. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at Talladega getting ready for a little overtime and maybe some Nazareth chaos as it's getting ready to get fired up here tonight at Talladega. We'll bring up a man that's sitting in the third spot right now. He's got a shot to pull this off. Talked about him. It is the silent assassin. That is Devin Pater. Talked to him earlier. Maybe he needs to start talking a little bit. Well, he ain't got much of a choice now. It's Devin Pater up here sitting in third. Devin, buddy, it's been chaos throughout this race. What's it going to take to dodge all the chaos and win here tonight at Talladega?
Just a good restart and just hope that everything works itself out. But kind of confusion right now. I'm seeing the white flag, so I don't even know if it'll get a green light. So get a little confusion right now.
Well, from what we're hearing, it's supposed to be an overtime finish. Yeah, granted, we're looking at this right here. It should be overtime right here, as we're seeing right here with the green-white checkered finishes that we're seeing right here with 3 green-white checkered attempts. But Devin, I mean, you know, you put yourself in a great spot with Blue Line Racing up here. You got a shot to get it. I mean, granted, you're not in the playoffs. Shoe's not in the playoffs, but you got a bunch of guys up here that is in the playoffs. Does that make you race these guys any different than what you would normally do? I mean, considering that some of these guys are in the playoffs, or is it just basically business as usual and just put it on the floor and try to win the race?
Yeah, for me, I'm a pretty clean driver. You know, I ain't gonna dump anybody on purpose, but you know, I'm gonna definitely give them a shove and do everything I need to do to get myself a win. So yeah, for me, it's pedal to the metal and hope I first one across the line.
We'll see what happens, Devin, as we're hearing possibly the race is over. Yeah. So we're hearing some confusion out here. But, buddy, we'll let you get back to Blue Line Racing. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, it's unofficial results. That is it. Checkered flag. And I believe it'll be Brian Chu. This would be a little bit of a, well, they see what Nazareth chaos there, Jacob, but I think that's just a little bit of we don't know what's going on.
I don't understand this.
Yeah. This could be an iRacing thing. Remember, iRacing's had a lot of updates there. Everybody out there lately that has, I know if you're tuning in, I don't even know what's going on. Trust me, I'm just as much as an audience as anybody else there, Jacob, because I don't race. But that would be a big of a letdown to this one. But it's nothing sometimes under the control of race control. You know what I mean? Under the iRacing settings, per se. The Brickyard?
Yeah, this has got me right here, Dean. Honestly, I mean, I thought we was going to be able to...
any of the race control or anybody give us a little bit of a feedback on that one, because this is unofficial at the moment, so we don't know if Brian Chu is the race winner. It's just the one that's showing in P1 currently at the moment. You won't spoil the surprise too much. But we'll get that information to you, don't worry. Everybody's tuned in so much, and thank you very much. For the 2025 first race of the Nazareth season. We'll get that sorted out second, Jacob.
It looks like everybody's just kind of gassing up right here.
Oh, we going?
Dean, so it looks like this is it right here. I mean, this is it. Well, I mean, it is official right here.
Then. Brian Chu.
I don't understand this right here because I thought we had green-white checkered attempts right here to rock and roll with here at the end of this bad boy. So apparently we have missed something somehow, some way.
We are live.
I thought we was going all the way to 103. This is it right here. So, folks, Brian Chu is your winner here this evening. And Brian Chu's going to burn it down right here on the front straightaway. I mean, good time for them to be right there. Honestly, I thought we was going green, white, checkered right here at this point, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like Brian Chu is going to get the win here tonight at Talladega with Joshua Rodriguez, Devin Painter. That's your top 3, and Chu's parked it right there at the start-finish line. Looks like
burn
that's
it down, son. Burn it down, Chu. You have all the permission from up here in the casting booth there to burn it down. Talladega, so right on the line there, mate. You are literally right on the start-finish line. Got the job done there, Jacob. Let's go through those results then. If currently that will be the situation. And Brian Chu, wow. I mean, Brian Chu, we would have hyped that up, wouldn't we, of there, Jacob? But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, I would absolutely hype it up if Brian Chu would have got the win, but it looks like that is the official That's what everybody's going with, and they're parked right here at the start-finish line. So Brian Shue's going to get the win here tonight at Talladega. How about that? Brian Shue won at Talladega with the NASRA Cup Series. So not crazy to see Brian Shue up here at the front and get the win, but he will get it. And Joshua Rodriguez right there in the playoffs, he will come home second with Devin Painter sitting in third. That silent assassin being very silent here this evening. He will come home third. Chris Blanchard and Tristan Bruce. That rounds out the top five. Brandon Schumann, Eric Zimmerman, Keith Haney, Huck Wigginton. How about this? He is going to win the Starbase 1552 Comics Super Speedway Award. So he will win that award, finishing in ninth. And Kyle Hess, how about this? Started dead last. He will end up finishing in the top 10. Dustin Scruggs, Brandon Broadfoot, 11th and 12th. With Matt Cherry, very quiet here tonight. Great, he spun in stage one, but he wound up finishing in the 13th spot. Ryan Johnson, Tiny Horse, will finish 14th with Matthew Montgomery in 15th. MDW, Matthew David Wood, will finish 16th. He's locked into the next round, so he is good to go. The rest of these drivers one lap down or more. Andrew Harris, Jose Luis Rivera, Cody Knott, Isaac Bevan, the top 20. Dane Hagan, Jeff Merck, Keith Bradley, Casey Mink, and James Beard, the top 25. The rest of the field, Adam Newton, Jordan Durasic, Justin White, Shane Trotter, Stephen Gregory, Raul Meza, Ted Wade, Stephen Thomas, Ed Osborne, and Holden McGill, the 35 drivers that took a time and raced here tonight. TJ Moore, your race director. Well, folks, I thought we was going overtime, but I guess they threw a curveball at me. So I guess we're going to go ahead and round up them podium finishers. We'll be right back here at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase.
It was 100%. It was 100% that there was not green, white, checkered placed in to the setting, so that's why it ended on yellow.
All right. Well, let's see
I
what
mean, I can't talk from them.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and
Shocked because Haney pit, I was second, so then I go to the lead.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love.
I'm actually shocked it went as much green as it did, because there was a lot of 3 wide bumping and banging.
Dean, are we good?
Negative, sir. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons and I'm having all sorts of drama. Where,
Well, we got beef right there in the damn live chat.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Well, folks, we're back here at Talladega. Got the podium finishers up here in the broadcast booth. Real quick, before we get to them, I do want to say out there in the live chat, everybody just calm down a little bit because we got a lot of beef out there in the live chat. So everybody just chill out a little bit. Granted, emotions get the best of us sometimes. It's happened to me before. So, I mean, I'm not innocent on it, but let's calm down. Let's not get crazy out there in the live chat and say something that we're going to regret. It's a new year. Everybody turn over a new leaf. Whatever. Anyway, look, Brian Chew gets the win in a controversial finish, I guess you could say. Brian, I'm not taking anything away from you, baby. I mean, you done a fantastic job. You got up here, started 12th, you got the win. What's the deal right here that we got going on right here? What's the deal? Because, I mean, I was as shocked as everybody when I saw you parking at the start-finish line and you got the win. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I think Keith was on the same strategy as me as far as when we pit last. And I was saving fuel I was trying to do everything I could to save fuel to go at least one green, white checkered. So that was my plan. That's why I stayed out. Keith pit. So I don't know if he could have made that green, white checkered. I don't know if he had 2 laps in him or not. But he pit. And then when I got to 1 to go, it said white flag on my screen. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not normal. Usually it says attempt number 1, green, white checkered or what have you. But it said white flag, and everyone's starting to go, what's going on here? What's going on? And it gives me the checkered. And I'm just assuming that they made a mistake and didn't put green, white checkers into the session. And I don't, Keith, I don't think knew that. Whether he had the fuel or not, I don't know, but I do feel a little guilty by getting back into the win that way. But I feel like I had a good chance at the end there anyway. So I don't know. It is a little controversial, but I mean, I'll take the W. I don't know what they're going to do as far as looking at that for Keith, but albeit whether it's second or the win, I'll take it. It was a clean race for me.
Just checking by mode there. It's showing caution on that white to go. So anyway, yeah, Brian Chew, you're in the right place at the right moment there.
It showed it. I see the yellow on the Barney there because I see it up there. In my truck, the white came out, and because questions started being asked in the chat, like, it doesn't look like there's a.
That's not white, mate.
Like
yeah, exactly. So. But that's not your fault. You're in the lead and you're doing what you need to do. And hey, if you're in the right place, right time, nothing wrong with that, right, Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, I've been drinking. I can see it's yellow and white. But anyway, we'll take your word for it. We'll go with it. I mean, you parked at the start-finish line. Why would you let everybody else go by you? But anyway, Brian, I mean, you come into this. Obviously, this is a playoff race. Guys need to win to get in. All that crazy stuff. But granted, I'm teammates with you for Blue Line Racing on Wednesday nights. And I know the Talladega race was a big deal for you. For the National Cup Series and everything, and then you come out here, you get this one right here. Granted, we only got a couple more races left, but still, it's got to give you some confidence at least to finish the season out.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed because I made a couple huge mistakes in that last round of playoffs, and it cost me 1 spot, and I missed the playoff advancing by 1 spot, and I had finished 7th, I think, last week and win this week. So now I'm really kicking myself because I could have been racing for a championship, but it's all good. I learned from my mistakes, and yeah, I come to Talladega. I have pretty good experience coming around Talladega, Daytona, so I do have some confidence there, and it's always fun coming to a track that you've had success at. So I got a little lucky, I guess, today because there were the wrecks, but I ended up with 0x somehow, and I guess that's why you didn't see me doing burnouts at the start finish line. I didn't really feel like kind of rubbing that into Haney because feel bad for the guy.
It is what it is, I guess. But hey, Brian Chew gets the win here tonight. Brian, congratulations on the win here tonight at Talladega. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, you guys up in the booth. I mean, I think all you guys do a heck of a job for Nazareth. Calling the races, they're always fun to watch. Brady and everyone at Nazareth. Of course, my man Dan Gobble, DSR Electric. Got Millie's Restaurant and Catering in Daytona Beach. A's Lawn and Landscaping, the Family Handyman. Justin Lumpkin. We're still here for the guy. He lost his mother not too long ago, so we love you, Justin. He does all our paint schemes, and they're fantastic. So really appreciate Justin. Jack's Mowing and More, Darren's Nail Gun Repair, and I think I got everyone except for all my guys on my swim team. We didn't have too many tonight. I feel bad for Stephen Thomas because he's in the fight for the championship here, but he's had really bad luck the last couple weeks. So we'll see if we get Stephen to win next week. But thanks to all the other guys that showed up tonight. Justin White, Adam Newton. So it's fun. Appreciate everything. And again, I feel bad for Keith, and then congratulate the other podium guys. They did a hell of a job. Devin and Josh did a hell of a job. So congrats to them, and we'll take the dub, bud.
Absolutely. He'll take it any way that he can get it because I know how these wins is in Nazareth. They're hard to come by. Brian Chew gets the win here tonight at Talladega, the Brickyard 275. Brian, appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Not too far from where I'm at neither. We'll see you there next week.
Yes, sir.
That was Brian Chew gets the win here tonight. Then we'll go to our second place finisher. Started on the pole, one spot short of making it, I guess you could say, a clean sweep from where he started. That's Joshua Rodriguez. Sits in the second spot, number 4, gets it done, finishes second. Josh, tell us about your race, buddy, because you had an interesting race. Got upside down. Well, you wasn't upside down. You was backwards a couple of times, but, I mean, how did you get that sucker back to second?
Honestly, just prayed and just hope I can just get it to the front each time. And I was scared a little bit in the beginning, try not to get involved in a wreck because the last time I did a Digger race, I got wrecked early and I didn't want that to happen again. Then I had a few close calls in the beginning, got involved in a couple due to people pushing me in awkward places. But somehow survived the damage from the vehicles and was able to keep the truck as clean as possible all the way to the finish. I wish I could have raced it to the end there, though, because that would have been a lot of fun. But hey, second place is great.
Yeah, I mean, second place gets the points. Second place, I should say, pays the bills. I mean, you come into this race 4 points out. You come home second. I mean, it's got to help you out a little bit. I mean, granted, with some of these guys having some issues, Stephen Thomas, one of those drivers, I believe he had some issues as well as Holden McGill and Tristan Bruce. I mean, granted, he ends up getting up there, getting fifth. I mean, it's going to be very interesting how we're feeling going to the Nashville Fairgrounds next week.
Yeah, that is going to be fun. I can't wait. It's good. That track's bumpy. It's hard to drive. It's very close quarters. A lot of tempers. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
It's going to be interesting on that one. But Joshua Rodriguez comes home second here tonight. And Josh, appreciate your time. Congratulations on finishing second. Before we let you go, thank your sponsors and any shout-outs, bud.
Hey, thanks to Brandon Broadfoot for taking me in. He's been my biggest cheerleader this season, along with Shane Trotter. So Velocity Viper Racing has been a lot of fun this season. And also got to thank my friends and family too that support this and watch me do this every other week and every week.
Well, Joshua Rodriguez gets it done here tonight at Talladega. One spot short, but he still gets the points that he needs to try to advance to that championship 6. Buddy, appreciate your time. We'll see you at the old short track Nashville Fairgrounds next week.
Thank you.
That was Joshua Rodriguez. Now we'll go to Devin Painter, who we talked to right before we found out that it wasn't going to be a green white checker. So, Devin, you can go ahead and say I told you so if you want to. But But Devin, I mean, buddy, still, you know, your teammates talked about this. Adam Newton, Hut Whited, and Keith Bradley, they talked about this with Blue Line Racing, talking about you being the quote-unquote silent assassin. And, you know, I feel like you are the silent assassin. We talked about you a little bit here this evening, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, you come home third. How'd you get there?
Just a lot of luck tonight. 0x at Talladega. Shoot, that's a win in my book, even if I didn't come home with a podium finish. But just avoided the wrecks, just right place, right time, kept the truck clean, and really just a lot of luck played in tonight. And just that's about all I can say. Just hope for a good clean race, and a lot of times you'll come out on the positive end.
Folks, make sure you like and subscribe to the Nashville 360 Racing Network if you love all the content. Devin, real quick, I'll piggyback off of what I said to Brian Shue, the same thing I asked him. I mean, granted, you're not in the playoffs, but you come out of here third. You got the Nashville Fairgrounds, and you got Charlotte in 2 weeks. Only 2 races left here in season 9. I mean, granted, it's like I said, you're not going for the championship trophy, but still, this has got to give you a whole lot of confidence, I guess you could say, at least to close the year out.
Yeah, it's always good to get some good runs in, get some good positive momentum to try to lead into the next season. Looking forward to Nashville and Charlotte, 2 good tracks alike. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going and just keep everything rolling, get some more top 5s, maybe a win or 2 before the season's out.
Keep trugging, keep rolling, keep trucking along. That's what Devin Painter is planning on. Well, buddy, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that 3rd place finish. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, huge shout out to Lee Company for coming on board for the season. They've been here, since very early in the season, so give a huge shout out to them. Let them be known. All the Nazar guys that run the show every week. You guys up in the booth, always putting on a great show for everybody. And then all my fellow teammates at Blue Line Racing. I kind of come out on the good end this week. They had some bad luck, but give a shout out to those guys too for sticking in and playing good teammates for me for the whole season.
99.99. Devin Painter comes home 3rd here tonight. Devin, appreciate your time. The silent assassin, as everybody's been talking about him. Devin, appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you at the short track in Nashville next week.
All right, 10-4. Thank you.
That was Devin Painter. That is your podium finishers here tonight at Talladega, a place I love. Very, very near and dear to my heart. Dean, final thoughts on a wild and however you want to look at it, controversial, I guess you could say, Talladega finish here this evening.
It was. It had all the spice and dice and all the elements, of course, thrown in there, and all the condemnments, and also in the bit of the beef in the chat there too, Jacob. We have beef. Yes. We've got all sorts of jazz going on at the moment there. Brian Cheek gets the job done there from Josh Rodriguez. Devin Painter, Chris Blanchard's going to look good for him. Tristan Bruce. Let's keep an eye on the rest of that field there, Jake, because that's crucial, isn't it? Chris Blanchard, he's in the playoff hunt. Tristan Bruce in the playoff hunt. Keith Haney in the playoff hunt. So there is a lot. Matt Cherry, Ryan Johnson, MDW, although he's in. This is crucial because we'll throw that up real quick there for the playoff grid. There it is. So you just saw where they were, and you saw where they could be. And Holden McGill, don't forget Holden, even though he retired early, he got the stage 1 win. So that's a hurl points up his sleeve. But will it be enough, Jacob, to get him into that championship 6?
We'll see what happens. I mean, that's going to be kind of a heartbreaker, I guess you could say, for Holden McGill, sitting down there in the 35th spot where he finished here tonight. Folks, real quick, please, out there in the live chat, let's keep it clean. Let's keep it family friendly. If you want to have any beef and get absolutely crazy, by all means, we got lineups for the door banging download. We'll get you in there one way or another. But anyway, one way or another. But Talladega always produces some exciting finishes. Obviously, we've talked about it. Controversial finishes. Talked about the Dale Jr. deal back in 2015. With the whole deal with him and Joey Logano and everything else. So Talladega is literally a whirlwind of emotions, if you want to put it that way. But, I mean, in the end, Brian Chew gets the win, and he's the one that's got the checkered flag in hand, kisses the girl, as you would say, Dean Hopkins. So he gets it done. He gets the trophy. He gets the money, and that's the main thing that counts, at least for Brian Chew. We'll see what happens when we go short track racing next week, folks. That's going to do it for this broadcast here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. We want to thank TLC for the sponsorship, for what they got going on with the Nazareth Cup Series. Obviously, Premier Racing Setups. Make sure you get the code Jake57 or Nazareth, whichever one you want to do. I ain't hating. Either way you want to go with it. Points Poppers, Starbase 1552 Comics. Obviously, we talked about Hutt Wigginton getting the Superspeedway award, winning that over Matthew Montgomery. So big deal right there for Hutt Wigginton. I know he's got a lot going on in his personal life, so shout out to him and prayers to him as well. Blanchard's Towing for the title sponsor for the Blanchard's Towing Xfinity Series DSR Electric. I mean, the Brickyard 275, the Brickyard for being the title sponsor, Glass Mechanic for their sponsorship, and obviously the concerns of police survivors for everything that they do for the Friday Night Series, Merce Magical Creations. Literally, the sponsor list, I mean, it could be as big as my TV that I'm sitting in front of right now. And we're probably missing some people, but each and every one of you that is associated with Nazareth, thank you all very, very much. The drivers for always putting on a fantastic show, and obviously the fans. Even though y'all get a little bit beefy out there in that live chat, maybe get a little bit carried away, we still love your input and still love hearing what y'all think and everything else. And obviously Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, for allowing us to be ourselves and give y'all a little bit of entertainment 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, however you want to look at it. We are blessed to be able to do this and give y'all all the entertainment that y'all can and let y'all get away from reality just a little bit. For the Australian Dean Hopton Bengals, I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Say it as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Oh, boy. Y'all just thought y'all saw beef tonight. We're going short track racing next week. Nashville Fairgrounds. Old school kind of style. I've been there before. Late model racing. SRX. That's what I meant to say, Dean. All of that cool racing. I've been there before. Awesome place. It's going to get good. Beef will be in session. Beef class will be in session for the short track racing at the Nashville Fairgrounds. It's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it. 9 p.m. Eastern Time next Friday night. If you haven't signed up, Nazareth 500 in February. It's going to be a good year for 2025 with Nazareth. Don't want to miss it. Check it all out. We'll see you here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network in the future.